Okay, so we are all here.
Nope.
Stop it. Eric leaves on a boat and the boat sinks. But anyway.
Reach to the screen.
It's okay, I have so many other characters to pull.
I know you do. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be like a revolving door. Anyway.
New character every week.
Yeah. Welcome everyone to the first full session of GM the DM. I am your DM GM. And these are the willing victims for tonight.
Wait, who's willing? I'm
Hello.
being forced.
Yeah, we were kidnapped. What's this room? Anybody know where we are?
There's a really sharp object right against the back of my neck, and I'm afraid to move.
So hi everyone.
At least Dalit plays along. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna switch you over to Lockmore, and we will get this shit on the road. Oh god, I got really scared because the map didn't load in, and it was all white. I was like, oh no, shit, this is not how you start.
Sometimes it takes a move, yeah.
Yeah. So, new intro, because I realized I've done the Lockmore intro 3 times, so you know what, I figured something new. So here's your recap.
Well, hold on, you said we would get it one more time going into this episode.
Yeah, well, let me get through the other intro I wrote.
Matt, desist!
Sorry.
What is it? Mercy just grabs a pen and, like, writes something down? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So, 2 days and 6 individuals all paired off for their own adventures, all coming together this morning. Yet, how did it all become? Only a couple of days ago, Flo, the shifter monk, and Poppy, the human ranger, were sent up north to Coracre to investigate a dark rider attacking the townsfolk. Hearing the figure turn and ran when the name of the grain goddess Shantea was invoked, the duo did a bit of research into it, meeting Renea, the woman who had seen the attacker, and Anadis, the town's archive keeper. After a night's... Ooh. Thank you, Matt. I gotta not pay attention to that while I'm reading. After... Where the hell is it? Crap. After a night's rest, the two went searching, and thanks to Flo's tracking and amazing dice rolls, was able to make their way to a grove, only to find out that a centaur guardian named Several of her grace, maddened with the corruption of his charge, Pavo, in her tree, was the one responsible. After exchange of blows, and Flo taking a heavy hit, Several on his last leg begged them to save the tree, handing off a branch to be planted somewhere else, somewhere safe. Flo took charge to watch over the cutting, delivering it to her tribe, far south from its home, while Poppy caught up with Elks, the city's enchanter. The next day, 2 more pairs would make their way to almost the same place, for the most part, just at different times. Raoul the changing warlock and Ambition the tiefling cleric were sent on an errand for the city's alchemist and herbalist Emin. Collecting 2 of the 3 items after encounter with a very engorged, yet stuck crawler at the mines in Coalfell, they went to collect the last item, some white rod. Finding out it came out from the center of a flower called the Lich Lily, and most likely... Ooh, I butchered that line, jeez. Most likely related to the monks of White Rod, followers of Leviatar, the goddess of pain. They hesitantly visited the city's only graveyard turned garden. There they met Prophet, a small Kenku and groundskeeper of the area. Prophet's warnings and hesitation to hand over the flower led to a substitution instead, and the duo led to a closed shop. Using a back door through the conjoined medical office, they found Eben with a wounded man and learned the real reason for the items, to poison and kill someone. With an alternative in hand, though, Eben had a new plan, and the two, after the long day, went to rest. The same day, though, only a couple hours behind Raoul and Ambition, Moon, the Tabaxi rogue, going by the name Delcia, and the appearance of a young halfling woman, and Eric, the human samurai from the far east lands, were collected by Nim, the guildmaster of the Adventurers Guild, and sent out to escort a supply to Coalfell, being warned of bandits. Once there, a wary exchange was made between the two and a human man named Jairus, who seemed to be unsettled. In reality, the man was actually being held at arrow point by bandits, and a fight ensued. Eric calling for them to surrender, but Jairus had other ideas, cutting down all he could. After heated exchange, Jairus revealed his purpose, to receive a hidden item in the supplies, but more bandits remained. refusing to shed any further blood, Eric, seeing his job done, left Moon and Jarrus to head back to Lockmore. With those two, the last two bandits who were holding hostages were dealt with, one swiftly killed, while the other one was taken prisoner. With his own job done, Jarrus left Moon with the cart, transporting the prisoner and a patient back to Lockmore, picking up Eric along the way. Now, with the summons to the guild in the morning, we welcome you to Lockmore, a seaside city that is known for its diversity, home to many who were discarded, run off, and otherwise unwanted, a haven for those who needed to get away and start anew. Despite its slummy roots, it has grown into a thriving city filled with merchants, politicians, and those who would call themselves nobles. With a growing influx of coin, more and more looking for a break have come to the shimmering gem by the water. The Adventurers Guild has been posting bills left and right for all sorts of manner of work. For some of you who have been here for some time, have no problem finding work either through the guild or through work connections, while those who have shown up were tested to see if they could just follow instructions. The 6 of you, Poppy, Flo, Ambition, Raul, Boone, and Eric, were all asked to come by the hall in the morning, work ready for you. Now, the guildmaster has always done her best to make sure people were aligned with the bills, especially for guard duty. Nim, the night before, had sent out requests for all of you to show up in the morning, and said pretty much to show up right after breakfast since she wanted you guys to prepare. And it's all you.
I'll take initiative, I guess.
You said we have like a day and a half for this?
Once Nim's, I mean, that was, out of character. That was my DM info going to you players. But, Nim wanted you kind of first thing in the morning so she can give you guys the rundown, about what was going on. Technically tomorrow night. But yes, you would have, a day and a half to do whatever you wanted to do.
Okay.
When Eric wakes up the next morning, he'll sit up in the bed, reach over and grab the letter that he wrote the night before, read it over, fold it up, and then put it back in his, the upper part of his, I can't think of the word right now. The upper part of his clothing. Reposition his kimono and then swords and sheath, and walk out the door, and just go ahead and head that way towards the Adventurers Guild. And since he realizes he'll be a bit early, he'll probably sit outside of it, kind of in a meditative sitting position, waiting until it's about time.
Okay. Even though it is early, probably earlier than Nim is actually requesting you, there are still people going in and out. Not as heavy foot traffic as you would probably expect. Well, actually would expect at this time, but there is traffic going back and forth.
Okay. Well, he'll sit here all the same and keep an eye out for Delcia. Or somebody of about Delcia's height. That.
If we're expected there early, Flo would have gotten up a bit extra early. Over in, oh my god, oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. Elderbank. Over in Elderbank would have gone up nice and early to head over to Lockmore, and head to the guild to receive the bill, at least information on the bill.
Okay. The trip would have been uneventful. There's not a lot of traffic between Elderbank and Lockmore, because those who do travel tend to be people you would most likely know. The rare merchant. But it's uneventful. You'd probably arrive a little bit after breakfast. Not late, but, because it is almost, it's a long walk either which way. Next.
All right, that's fine.
I was just waiting to see if you'd say anything else.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
Poppy would bright and early, because Hunters Guild, they always get up early. Early bird catches the worm and all that. So she would have packed all her things and everything. Like, everything goes into her big backpack at the back. She even, like, ties things to the side if there's no room. So there'll be some clinking there and again. So she pops her hat back on and steps outside. She likes to do a little morning stretch. And she would have just done that inside the room. And immediately heads over to a certain sandwich stand that she's grown accustomed to going to every day.
With it being breakfast time, the stand isn't normally open, but one of the side windows that faces the plaza is open, and as you get closer, you smell the scent of fresh bread and cured meats being warmed up. And just as you get close, you see a familiar, older gnome. She hops up onto the edge, and having been to this place over and over again, you know that her feet are on the floor, so she's just hanging onto the edge. And as you walk up, she goes, "Oh, good. I just finished making your sandwich for the day." She drops down and skitters off, comes back within mere seconds. For her, it's huge. For you, it's normal.
Yeah, it's a light snack.
But, it's wrapped up in, essentially, butcher's parchment. She puts it up on the sill and hops up again. She goes, "Just the way you would like it. I hope it gets you through the day, whatever you're doing. And you keep doing all the amazing work that you've been doing."
Oh, thanks a lot, love. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, eh?
Absolutely.
And she usually just, winks, gives a little wave, and scoots off to the guild. There you go. And I'm assuming she bumps into Eric. She doesn't know his name yet, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
You head to the Adventurers Guild. You see this man dressed
The strange man sitting outside the guild.
Very extravagantly, at least for this area, I mean, you've been in Lockmore for a while. You've seen a lot of different clothing and whatnot and styles. This is not extremely new. You've probably maybe seen one or two people with similar outfits, but nothing of this I almost said grandeur, but this full completed outfit.
Grandure's a good word.
That's what I thought. My brain was like, no, it's a shitty word.
No, grandure's a great word.
they ornate
Yes.
patterns.
Ornate was the word when
Ornate.
grandeur came out.
Ornate's also a good word. Very good words all around.
Both are good words.
Yay, great word.
So she's just munching on a sandwich. Her eyes roll over to this fancy bloke that's sitting at the door, and then she just goes, huh, shrugs her shoulders, and just sits on the opposite side of the door, assuming there's the bench there.
Yeah. You
She
know
caught
what?
wind last.
I forgot to hit tweet. Never tweeted the thing I was supposed to tweet, but yeah, sorry.
She caught wind last time that Nim didn't like her eating inside, so she's taken a point to actually try and finish her food this time.
Okay. And you see a couple of people you probably recognize. You don't probably know them by name, but they walk in. They're usually the early birds. They walk in, they give you a nod. They don't seem to pay too much attention to Eric. Occasionally one of them kind of goes does a double take, but it's Lockmore. You can expect anything essentially. Oh god, why is there all this rolling? Or is that scrolled back? I just scrolled back, yeah.
We're just, emoting.
Okay. It scrolled all the way back on the chat, and I was like, what the hell? Why are all of you rolling?
Wow.
We're in combat, didn't you know?
Yeah.
Clearly.
DM forgot to roll initiative. Huh.
Yeah. Who's next?
I'll go. So, Moon wakes up as the sun rises and kind of hits her in the eyes. And she's on the rooftop and she stretches. And she looks around, and let's see. Well, sounds like it's a good time for breakfast. And there's some docks down below, so she's gonna jump down, see about finagling some fresh fish. And she's just gonna take it raw. She'll pay for it, and just start eating it. Which might get her some strange looks because she's a halfling, and once she's raw fish, both hands, and is just like taking bites out of this thing.
That's not a problem. Just about this time, some of the smaller fishing boats are coming in with, day's catch, or at least the morning's catch. You walk up and you wander up to one of the deckhands, and, you haggle back and forth, and he's looking at you like, okay, somebody just wants their breakfast fish a little early. You hand over probably like 2 silver, and he hands you a couple of, I'd say like small size perches. And then he sees you just start munching into one and just turns and goes back to work.
And she just eats it, and just strips the bones, and she just kind of tosses the rest in the ocean, washes her hands off, and then she heads over to Nim's.
Okay, as you toss the bones, you hear frickin' seagull grabs it out of the air, and you see a couple of them fighting in midair. They end up actually falling into the water, and a couple of the people on the decks start chuckling and laughing at that. Making your way to the Venturers Guild, you see 2 people. Off to one side, you see a young human woman, short blonde hair. To you, it's massive. It's this massive sandwich, and she just, working through it, almost at an impressive rate. And on the other side, you see your buddy Eric.
She is going to give Eric kind of a stink eye, and then she's going to turn her attention to this woman with this massive sandwich and just plant herself in front of her and stare.
Oh boy.
At
This is gonna be great.
Just stare at this show.
So, obviously a silhouette casts over her knee or something, so she's not that tall. And she's munching away, kind of rolls her eyes up and blinks a bit. Mouth is completely full, like hamster, like cheeks, just munching away. Is all you can muster from her.
And Deli's just kind of just staring by these wide green eyes, her hat, on the feather, kind of sticking up, and she's just like in awe. Like, that is amazing. Keep going.
The chewing pauses, and she's not quite sure how to process this. Does she mean keep going eating, or just Poppy is confused? So she's kind of takes a big gulp, coughs a bit, because when you just swallow something a bit too much, it kind of stretches your throat and it hurts a bit. She's done that. She puts one finger up and is starting to cough, and takes out her water skin and gulps some water down.
About this time is when Flo comes up, taking a puff on her pipe.
I'll say when Eric
And
heard
just,
Delcia, he would have opened his eyes and looked over.
It's a very quiet sigh. I thought I warned you about shoveling down your food like that, Poppy.
One moment. Oh, boy.
Staring at people is rude, Delcia-san.
Don't be choking. Yeah, who's walking away from the hostages?
That was worth it, though. Hey, no, I'm not allowed to talk with my mouth full. Gotta get it down before I talk.
She's got some amazing technique.
Fuck's sake. Don't break me already, please. Anyway, so
I had just taken a big sip of my drink when you said that.
Sorry.
And I would have probably needed a new mic after that. Oh. Oh boy.
Long dragon pipe.
Good day, Flo. And Miss.
Hi, I'm Deli, and what's your name?
And Poppy's head turns over to Eric, assuming that's who she's talking to.
No, Deli was facing Poppy when.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a, she wasn't talking to me. And
All right.
Deli's angry with Eric.
Okay. Poppy. You can call me Poppy. That's all right. Pops, if you get to know me better.
Poppy, that's a great name. I really like that name. That's an awesome name.
Oh. Thanks, me mum gave me that name.
She had a good taste in names.
so before we get too carried away, how about our other two people
I was,
see what they're doing?
no, I was gonna cut it off there, don't worry.
That's fine. I'll pop in. So, at about this time...
So Raul would have woken up a little bit later.
I like how you both went at the exact same time. This is great.
Roll initiative.
Oh, wait, shoot. Hold on, I gotta get out and come back in. I can't hear Dollet.
Oh no. Okay. Quick, Dullet, go!
Right, well, about this time, having his usual fantastic amount of sleep.
There we go.
Ambition will crawl out of bed and get dressed for the day. He bunks in the medical facility, so on his way out the door,
You'd be stopped.
I would be.
It looks like a relatively new staff member. He stops and he goes, "Oh, oi, he just kind of like points and looks at you like he's trying to remember the name he was told.
Ambition.
Ambition. Yeah. Sorry. They said they got somebody new last night, but it's nothing urgent. Guy claims he's got a headache. And kind of rolls his eyes. But you know, he kind of looks like he's struggling for a name. Boss said you're good for the day, I guess. Just wanted to let you know again, so you didn't have to worry.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, no, they got me last night before I turned in. I have to run over to the main guild branch.
Okay.
I take it everything else here is covered, yeah?
Yeah, it's like only a few people here, and oh crap, I gotta close Steam. Steam just popped up with notifications. He nods and kind of flips through a couple of papers. Like I said, just the one that we got last night. Nothing to worry about. You go do your thing.
Alright, I'll see you all when I finally get back in. No idea when, but I imagine this won't take long.
The guy goes back to his papers.
You're new, I don't recognize you.
Oh,
You are...
Brenton. I'm just kind of stuck here. I kind of pissed off the wrong person, got shuffled over here.
Happens to the best of us. Alright, well, you take care.
You two, Ambition. He, looks like he's happy with himself with the fact that he remembers your name.
Give a wave up as I continue. Right out the door, eyes placed firmly on the ground in front of me. Which is necessary, because the room was dark and the day is bright, because morning has happened. So he'll slog off through the streets, unaware of whatever the business actually is. He just knows he was called in by the guildmaster, so best not to be too late. Breakfast will be skipped this day. Lunch will be hearty, hopefully. And he'll stagger over to the guild hall, hoping to run into someone.
Okay.
Runs into this big crowd of people outside.
Was not planning to run into everyone.
Yeah. Let's quickly go to Raw so we can roll that together.
Okay, Raul would have woken up a little bit later. Get a pot of tea going while getting dressed, and then head out with the cup still in hand. Still has a horrible bedhead. And just kind of slowly makes his way to the office.
To the, Adventurers Guild?
Yes.
Okay. So, Ambition, as you come up, you see there's 4 people. You kind of recognize 2 of them, just because, you've been around this town, you've done a couple of jobs out of the Adventurers Guild. You don't know who they are, but, the shifter definitely stands out. And the young human woman stands out, too, because she's loud.
Yeah, and I would have noticed them from a ways off.
Yeah. Raul, as you make your way, as you kind of almost, not paying attention, almost collide into Ambition around a corner, just before the, just before the Adventurers Guild? Wow. Adventurers Guild. And you kind of take in the same sight that there's, 4 people congregating outside the building.
And 2 people being loud, 1 person dressed loud.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
Morning, Raul. Didn't
Morning, Ambition.
hear you coming, which is telling.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We have places to be, right?
Yeah.
And looks like it's going to be a full day if that group ahead's anything to judge by.
Looks like it.
Well, here's to hoping it's not all loud and full of people. Today is not a good day for that.
So yeah, this sandwich shop over there.
Just scared the fuck out of me.
Yes.
Revenge, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of revenge.
Yeah, it's just over there in the market.
Oh, I think I
Bloody
was
good.
hearing about that sandwich shop. I haven't been there yet, but I'd really like to go.
Yeah, no, if you go there early enough, they give you a regular order.
Ooh.
Bloody good.
Maybe we'll have time after we get our orders to go up there and I can get a sandwich.
Yeah, no
And with
worries,
the
little mate.
biggest,
I'll
heaviest
show you.
sigh, Ambition slicks back his hair and head down marches towards the group, full of regret and lamentation.
Raul, you kind of notice that. Actually, give me a perception check. It's kind of clear, but I just want you to roll.
First roll of session 1.
Nope,
Yeah.
you're still half
There you go.
asleep. You are still half asleep. Oh my god, Kitty, no, go! Cat ran right across the desk. You're still half asleep. Ambition kind of seems to be himself, but the fact that, your brain is just not connected to anything at the moment, nothing really seems kind of out of place. Everything seems very usual.
Even the key.
What do you call it? So now there is this group of 6 of you in front, or 2 rolling up, but 6 of you in front of the Adventurers Guild. 4 of you already conversating. The other 2
Well,
looking
3
like
of them conversating.
3 of them conversating. One of them sitting off by himself, and the 2, the last 2
You
slowly
really
rolling
tell
themselves
that
in.
say that Flo is conversing.
Yes. This is conversing for Flo. We all
Yes.
know it.
It is. And as you actually get up to the doorway and you kind of loosely join the group, you see one of, except for Delcia and Eric, the 4 of you recognize one of Nim's assistants, the pink. Actually, no, you 2 would have noticed her because she was there technically yesterday. The light pink skinned tiefling. She walks out and she goes, "Oh, good. You're all here. Come on." And she kind of waves her hands and turns on her literal heel and then clops back into the building.
Morning, you
All
two.
of us?
Good morning. Beautiful day today.
Like, there's only half a sandwich left now.
Poppy, remember your manners.
I think she has lovely manners. Now, see, you're making her choke. That isn't very nice. You need to mind your manners.
And Ambition parts the crowd and surfs on inside.
Eric swoops in behind him to follow.
I see traveling in the wake.
Flo bringing up the rear with Rawl, it seems.
Yeah.
Putting out her pipe because,
Oops.
Nim does not like smoking in the guild hall.
Oh, I wanted to finish my sandwich. Alright, I guess I'll wrap it.
So
Jelly's eyeing that sandwich.
Don't you dare.
all of you make
Oh, I
your way
wouldn't think of
through, and it's a straight shot back into Nim's office, and she's back at work. The usual paper shuffling, assistants going back and forth, delivering gold, assigning work to people, and the pink tiefling walks in with all 6 of you. She goes, "Oh, good, you're all here." She kind of seems to think, "Yeah, just about time I asked you. Good, good, good. So, got a bit of guard work for you 6. I know it may not seem glamorous, but there's a good chunk of money involved." And she kind of flips through her papers. She kind of, flips it open. "Oh, even I will say yes to this, even if it is a stuffy noble. 100 gold to stand there, smile, and not say a damn word."
Oh, we have to be quiet?
And she kind of gives you a look. As I said, stuffy noble. He... And she kind of just gives this very exasperated sigh. "Some snub-nosed bastard of a noble wants a little extra help with his party tomorrow night, so I'd said I'd sit down and find a few people. He thinks he's so important that someone's going to take his pretty little head off. But as I said, it's a decent bit of pay for a few hours worth of work."
This feels.
Is the smiling a requirement?
No. Like I said, stand there, don't say anything. Make sure he makes it through the night, and no one gets hurt, I guess.
This feels a bit excessive for 6 members of the guild. Sure, I wouldn't be better off just sitting in the medical office doing, a medic shtick.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. "I already cleared it with your boss. You've got no one in there already. Plus, may the gods forbid something happen, somebody of your expertise would be well suited to help out."
He gives a side eye to Rawl. Yeah, that's actually pretty fair. Alright.
So, keep someone from dying. Got it!
Yeah, for the most part. Like I said, and I'm sorry, I didn't clarify. It's not 100 gold to split between each of you. It's 100 gold each.
Each?
Definitely got it!
Oh, no complaints from me then. This is easy.
Like I
Famous last
said,
words.
About a fool and their money.
I mean, he ended up buying that old mansion on the hill that overlooks the docks. Has it completely renovated. Started moving in stuff about a week ago, and now he wants to throw himself a welcome home party.
Not very welcome if he thinks he's going to get topped off.
Well,
Who
Usually-
is he, come to think of it?
she kind of shuffles through some of the papers.
Yes, what can you tell us about our boss?
She looks at the name, and she seems to be, rolling it over, I swear I've heard of this name before, but I don't know, maybe it's just whatever it's called when you think of whatever. Chris.
Who?
Yeah, that. Crystal Chemist. I'll spell that for you guys. Oh yeah. CRIS. Wow. Why is my brain just shutting down here? Hang on. I need to type it out because reading it is not working at the moment.
This is fair.
Oh, it's Christelle. Duh. Foot the E. Christelle. CRISTEL. Oh,
What was
the
the
hell?
last name?
I don't remember. I just said it and I just freaking lost it. Oh, Kelmis. KELMYS.
Can I get that spelling one more time? On the
I
first one?
will. Yeah. CR.
CRISTEL.
Yes. This is the problem with reading out my freaking notes because it doesn't work sometimes. He's a okay looking gentleman. I've seen him a couple of times come through the docks. Dark olive skin, pretty large in stature, wears a breastplate for show, one of those types. He's got a few scars on him, so I can assume that he actually knows what he's doing half the time. I remember he did come to Lockmore a few years ago, started setting up trade through the docks. And I can't say that he didn't bring more work, because whatever he's putting through the docks, I think antiques and whatever, it generates money for the city, and I can't complain, because it generates money for you guys. So if he wants to throw himself a welcome home party, and wants to shell out all that gold for 6 of you, so be it.
Yeah, like I say, no complaints for me. Seems easy enough.
Seems like
Big
a
old
dog
human would-be warrior with a bunch of friends.
Seems like a job with minor difficulties, and one where you want to keep people alive.
I
Well,
sent
jobs
you
like this, and I can upgrade my crowbow.
I sent you a DM. So,
Well, if it helps, I hope that nothing actually happens. It'd be nice just to be at a party, minding our own business, keeping an eye out, and making away with a couple of hors d'oeuvres after the fact.
Now you're talking.
I have to agree that sounds pleasant.
But what's an hors d'oeuvre?
Simple enough.
they're snacks. They carry them around on trays.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
Fancy snacks.
whole trays of snacks around.
This job gets better and better.
So she looks amongst the 6 of you. I presume you are all in agreement then?
Oh, yeah, no complaints, no complaints.
Hard to turn down good money like that.
As you're giving your responses, she reaches into an envelope, pulls out 6 sealed envelopes. These all came with the bill. You're supposed to present them. You got food? What'd you get? Oh. I'm like, I smell food. What is that? Sorry. This came with the bill. Chicken prawn chase. Poppy would be all over that.
Oh, yeah.
We call it. She goes, came with the bill. You're supposed to present it to one of his manservants, Thio. Lanky for a human, really. He'd meet you outside the gates tomorrow night. I would say, she kind of thinks, a couple hours before, probably just before dinner, is about the time you guys should show up so they can run you through what is required and where you'd be watching over.
This is tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, yes.
Sounds good.
Mostly because I'm interested in having a bit of knowledge ahead of time. Do you want to give me directions to the manor? See where it is, have a look-see around, see where we're most likely to have to shore up the watch.
Was that a piano?
Wasn't me, I can tell you
Dun,
that.
dun, dun.
She kind of thinks about how to go about it. The two roads or the two gates, I should really say. The southern gate, on the west side of the city. If you go out that, the manor that's right there, it's up on that hill. It's kind of hard to miss. He's redone some of the stonework, so it's a bit, it stands out, especially against all the green.
I appreciate it. Well, the directions, anyway.
So
One more question. Do we have to dress up?
she looks across the six of you. They didn't give me any sort of instructions on that. I don't know if they'd be requiring you to wear some sort of tabard or something to identify that you are not guests, but working. That would be something Thio would be sorting out once you're there.
Ah, alright then.
Flo just kind of gives a look.
Nim returns it. Like, she kind of gives it, like, I know, I'm sorry. But, like, almost like a half shrug.
That's okay, Poppy. We'll figure it out.
Nim
We
thinks...
might need to cover up Flo's windy baps.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We might need to.
Nim puts the 6 sealed envelopes on the front of her desk. Well, have at it. Don't lose those, because those are your only way in and the only way you're going to get paid. And I guess have fun tomorrow night.
All right. Definitely will. Grabs hers.
And payment is coming from the client, not through the guild, right?
They said we have their money. So once you're done, come back here. I'll be up late, either which way.
Right then.
Thank you for the job, Nim-san. Eric will grab his.
Thanks, Nim.
Thank you very much, love.
Thank you.
Right, what am I going to do for today then? I guess I'll buy some more potions. No, do I still have one? I didn't use that one before. She's just nattering onto herself now.
Yeah, that's right. I should get another one because I gave the other one to the other
Heading
guy.
out.
Oh, you're going that way? I'll go with you then.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Heading outside, Flo immediately lights the pipe back up.
Ambition joins her, pulling out one of his hand-rolled cigarettes. Lights up and considers, and the envelope wasn't for presentation. We were actually to read over it, yeah?
No, it's sealed.
Oh no, so it is for presentation.
Yeah. I just realized Nim technically has the original bill, but she, it's essentially your invite.
That's fine.
Hence why she said, "Don't lose it."
Keep it safe since he's going to need it. And actually, grabbing Rob, he'll offer the invite. I'm going to go look at this place just to see what we're getting into. You want to tag along, or do you have business you need to attend to before?
Yeah, no. I want to go. I want to see if there's any side paths or anything we gotta look out for.
Eric will walk up
If
and be
you
like, might I join you as well?
I was eventually going to offer that invite to everyone, so...
I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Eric Takashi.
Oh, right. And he puts out the ambition. Work with a medical facility here in Lockmore.
Pleasure to meet you, Ambition-san.
Right, Eric.
Flo gives a little bow. Flo, I'm from the Shifter village to the south.
Shifters I'm not too familiar with, but it's a pleasure to meet you, Flo-san.
The
Rao
shift-
holds out a hand to shake. It's like, hi, I'm Rao. I also work at the medical office.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Rao-san.
Real quick. Professor's with you, right, Raul?
Yeah.
Okay. Flo, as you're standing there,
Mm-hmm.
your eye, the one that's dead, twitches. And it doesn't hurt, but it's warm. And as you look over at Raul, you think you see something? But then it's gone before it even actually kind of sinks in that there might have been something.
Wait, through the eye or through the dead eye?
Yes. Like, it's almost as if, like, if you took a single frame from a movie and you clipped it into something else, like into another movie, like, that quick. But, you know, your eye's been dead for quite some time.
For about 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. You're going to be heading to the manor. Would you all mind giving me 30 minutes or so? I have something I wish to request of one of the smiths in town.
No, that's fine. Gives me time to gather a few things for tomorrow. How familiar would someone be with the Shifters if they've been here for a number of months?
Flo is really, like, the only shifter who's consistently in the city. You've probably, like I said, you've probably seen her, especially since she works out of the Adventurers Guild. You may have seen one or two more in the city.
Okay, that's what
but you've never really had any. No. They tend to either keep to themselves or just.
So they are a rarity.
They are a rarity, especially even with a main establishment about a day's walk from the city.
Right. Huh. It'd be nice getting to learn more about them. Though that does bring up something. Eric, right? And he points, eyes still firmly on the ground.
Yes.
Forgive me, but you very much sound like you're not from here.
You're very correct. I'm from the east, the far east.
Ah. This will be amongst the first time I've run into someone from that far away.
This is the first time I've run into many people this far west. Mostly small port towns between where I left and here.
Interesting. Fair enough. 30 minutes, right?
30 minutes?
Yes, about that.
Seeing as we're leaving through the southwest, I'll be nearer to the... Actually, I guess you'll just be able to find me at the medical office. It's on the way, so... I stick out. I imagine I won't be hard to find.
I believe I'll follow you, if that's alright, Ambition-san.
Works with me. What about the others that were with you two when I turned up? Do I even see them? Or have Poppy and Moon already popped off to go sandwich hunting?
I'm about to say, they've just pissed off, gone straight to the markets for that sandwich.
Right, and
you'd have heard us nattering on and us fading off into the distance as we disappeared.
Are you two legit going?
yeah, we were legit going, and Dully was just skipping right off.
Oh my god, I love this. Okay.
To respond to that, Eric would just be like, she might be somewhat distracted, but I think Dosio-san can take care of herself. I do not know Papi-san, but She seems well enough.
I wasn't so much worried about their safety, especially not here in Lockmore. It was more if they were going to be joining us. But I suppose at the end of the day, we'll all be there tomorrow, so no big loss for me.
I could catch up with them, see what they think about it.
If you want to, you know where to find the best of all.
I got time.
Poppy will probably be too preoccupied with the food.
Oh, well, still worth asking, I think.
Right. See you along in 30 minutes then.
All right. And Raul's going to take off after Poppy and Deli.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do Poppy and Deli first, and then we'll go to Flo, and then Eric and Ambition.
Seems legit.
Okay. So while the guys have been talking, well, guys and Flo have been talking, you two have just... Kitty, stop. No dice. You two have just wandered off. Poppy's been telling you about this sandwich shop.
I know we were going to look at potions too. So
That's correct.
which one are we going to get?
So you're heading to the sandwich shop first?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Whatever's
which-
closest, basically.
You're kind of in the middle. You would know, Poppy, that the best way to swoop this would probably be to head up to the side market to where the sandwich shop is, then cut down, back down, to head to Emmons.
Okay. Alright, it's better we go to the sandwich shop first, and then we can cut down to Emmons.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean,
I warn you, though, he's got a very funny smell.
he does.
Yeah.
do I
He needs a
remember-
cleaning.
DM question: do I remember the smell?
It's give me a fucking H. Give me. Hang on, I gotta kick the cat out. Give me a perception. No, actually, give me a straight. Give me a straight wisdom.
Alright, give me a sec. I'm wrestling a dog in my face.
It's okay. I was wrestling a cat. Just trying to eat my dice.
Stupid aminals. Okay, wisdom.
You kind of remember it being this earthy smell, but it didn't really seem too off to you.
Okay. I don't remember it smelling that bad. I mean, it kind of smelled like plants and trees and stuff.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's cleaned it up, eh? Okay, so, over there, around there, can you see where the tent is?
Yep, I can see where it is.
Yeah. Really lovely lady, little gnome lady. Come on, I'll introduce you.
As they've been walking and talking, they're quite loud, and as the streets are starting to get a little bit busier, Raul, it's not too hard to find them, but with like I said, the streets growing busier, it's a little hard to keep up with them, especially since you kind of get the sense of where they might be heading to. Give me a perception.
All right.
You're still
Raul
having
ends up 2 cities away.
Clearly.
First Chris Bale.
He's on a boat. He got Shanghai. He's now on a boat.
At one point when they turn the corner and you kind of go to turn, the crowds kind of push one way and you kind of lose track of them. So you're kind of somewhere halfway between the guild, Adventurers Guild, and the side markets. You could continue to go try to find them. Or you do have Vellum to maybe help out.
Um, um, hey, Vel, I think I lost him. You mind getting a little, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh my gosh. I was gonna ask her to fly up a bit to get a better viewpoint if she could spot them.
Okay.
Vantage?
Vantage.
Viewpoint.
Yeah.
That was it.
My brain. Don't worry, my brain's not there either. You could probably get like a little huff from her, right?
Yeah, she's not usually big on taking orders.
Yeah. But she'll flitter up. Because Poppy and Deli, or Moon, yeah, Deli, we'll just go with Deli right now, are short, that's probably why you also lost them in the crowd. But from...
Poppy is not short.
Poppy is...
Poppy's tall.
Poppy's tall.
5'8".
He's like 5'8", 5'9".
5'8".
Okay. Well, you're looking for two people, and you know, you can probably only see one. Either which way. Sorry. My bad. I don't have everybody's stats memorized.
It's okay. 5'8", and she's got a massive wide-brimmed hat on right now.
That's true. So Vellum, having seen both of them, kind of flitters up, looks about, and just comes back down, sighs, and just points towards the side markets. And it's kind of easy from there to pick up where they are. And you'd be able to catch up to them just about as they're getting to the sandwich shop.
Like a little winded from pushing through the crowds. Finally caught up.
Hi!
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Oh, never introduced myself. I'm Ral.
Hey, Drell. I'm Deli.
Hello, Poppy. We're on a sandwich adventure. Are you on board?
Want a sandwich too? You should get a sandwich.
This will change your life.
It's a whole new religion.
To the sandwich gods in the sky. Get ready to pray.
I feel like Raoul will very quickly become overwhelmed with these two.
Yep, and it's great that he's here.
Like, come on, let's get sandwiches. I can see you're almost done with yours, Poppy. We should get you another one.
How so perceptive of you, yeah.
We should get ones for everybody else, too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm not sure if we should get one for
I
Eric.
don't know
But I
what
guess
they're
we
like,
should.
though. We can get a mix of sandwiches.
That sounds good.
So are you saying?
We're gonna check out the area around the mansion, see any roads or anything that might stand out.
That's a great idea. I want to go too, but we wanted to pick up supplies first since I had to use my healing potion like yesterday, and so I think it would be a good idea to have some healing potions just in case.
Well, that does sound good, and we're gonna wait to meet up for about half hour.
Oh gosh, we better rush then.
Oh, okay. Come on in.
Come on, Rob, let's go.
Grab. Drag.
This image in my head is amazing. I love it.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
Poppy
I
grabs,
made a mistake.
Poppy grabs one of Ralph's hands. Deli grabs the other one.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, look
Sandwich
at that. Woman on each
time!
hand.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't take long.
So you get up to the sandwich shop, and even though it hasn't been long since you were just here, Poppy, the kind of breakfast morning crowd is starting to come in. Your little gnome friends, running sandwiches back and forth and whatnot, and she catches sight of you. She stops dead what she's doing. She waves whoever's inside over to take over, and she hops up to her sill. She goes, "Back already? You couldn't have eaten all that already."
Just about it. Yeah.
And the gnome, she kind of hooks her fingers a little bit further and pulls herself over and looks down at you, Deli. Good friends.
Oh yeah, she told us all about your sandwiches and how wonderful they are,
Oh,
and
please.
how it's a new religion, and it's great. And we're gonna need 20 sandwiches.
20.
Well, you know, how many of us? It's about 6, isn't it? 6.
There's
I'm
6.
not quite sure what they like, so I'm gonna grab a mix of sandwiches.
So yeah, 20 sandwiches.
She looks at you, Raul. Young man, what have you gotten yourself into?
I didn't know.
Sounds like a war prisoner. Jesus Christ. It's great. Didn't know. She looks over the three of you. Give me a couple minutes. I'll make you 6 sandwiches. And she kind of gives you like not a stern look, but a playful look, Deli. And she, without another word, hops down. And you know, you can see her buzzing back and forth.
But that's not going to be enough. And she just has this absolutely dejected look on her face, like you ate the last piece of chocolate cake and the world ended.
After a couple of minutes, a side door that you actually didn't really notice before, Poppy, because it just kind of blends in with the wall, pops open. And it's a small door. It's deli height. Pops open, and your little gnome friend walks out, and she's got this. It looks like a bush, like how you tie a bushel of logs together. It looks like that, but it's 6 sandwiches, big sandwiches. And she kind of, with 2 hands, brings it out, and she holds it up. You better be
perfect.
You better be sharing these.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
But that's why I wanted 20, so we could have like more sandwiches for each of us. But that's okay. I appreciate the 6. How much do we owe you? Sorry, I'm getting jerked around by a dog.
It's okay.
So how much do we owe you?
She kind of looks between the 3 of you. Nothing today. Don't worry about it. Just take it easy on him. And points over at Raul.
There you go, a beginner's deal.
She looks really confused.
No, this is great. She's awesome, this lady.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
You bitch. No, I had a name.
How did you not prepare?
No, I had a name for her. It's on a different freaking sheet. Give me a second.
I just thought you become so displeased with.
No, I had this character prepared. Okay, I have a full-on character sheet in an Excel file for her. Okay, she is ready to go.
You just didn't have it up.
Yeah, I didn't have it up. Yeah, that's my problem.
It's fine.
She gives a little nod. Fuck. I wrote it and I can't even pronounce it. Lasikwa. I'm going to spell. Yes. Lasikwa. It sounded gnomish to me, so I was like, that sounds right. I didn't even say it out loud. I'm a bad DM.
Oh, very nice to meet you, Lasikwa. My name is Deli.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Raul.
Hi.
She gives kind of like a little wink to you, Raul. Now, you
He's our new friend.
Yeah, we're going on a big job together tomorrow, so we need a lot of energy.
Better stop back tomorrow morning then.
Oh, you too? Damn right I will.
She gives a little nod, gives you a little wink, Raul, and totters back into her little door, closes, and then she's just back to work.
Alright, so Poppy's got the bundle under her arms, and then she taps Deli on the shoulder. Alright, so you want potions, yeah?
Oh yeah, we definitely need potions. Come on, Raul, let's go. We can see Emmett again. And I do want to stop by and see Alex, because he's really nice, and I want to give him
Alex?
Yeah, he's amazing, isn't he?
Isn't he? He's so cute. Yeah, we just started talking for ages, and he was like telling me stories, and I was just sitting there having no idea what he's talking about. But it's really interesting to listen to.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hey, you know we've got like a whole day before we have to do guard duty. So maybe after we check out the the mansion and the roads and all that, and scout everything out, then we can go talk to Alex and we can tell stories to each other.
That's a banger idea. I like it.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna pause you three for a minute. Because I am not prepared for that energy. Let's quickly hop to Flo. Because I know what Flo wants, but let's do it.
So, I assume I don't have to look around town for a smith. I would know.
You would
where most
know.
of
You would know. Brain, please.
Anthem?
No, the name of the freaking shop. Midnight's Eye. You would know the Midnight's Eye is the blacksmith shop, but
I'm sorry, it's Reynolds' shop, not Anthem's.
that's okay. Well, the thing is, most of the, like, truth be told, most people are like, "Oh yeah, Anthem owned." We never see the actual blacksmith. We don't know. You'd probably know to go to Midnight's Eye to go talk to the folks there. It's kind of like a chain up thing where you have like the Woodcutters Guild would go to like the Woodworking Guild, and then the Woodworking would probably hand over some stuff to the blacksmith. And then if a certain order would come down, she would get, they would get the order and then, run it through the line backwards. So if it's got certain components, there'd be certain people you would talk to. But most of the time, everything goes through the guild leads, which are the main shops in the main market.
So I'm going to head to the Midnight's Eye then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming there's someone at the counter.
As you get there, the front door's just opening. And you can see like this ethereal red-headed elf is kind of like straightening out the store. They open up the door. Trying to think if Flo would have really had any reason to go in before. But you've probably you've passed by the store, the shop.
Probably have passed by, and I've probably never gone in because most weapon maintenance I would need could probably just be taken care of at home. Oh my god, home, yeah. I'll just call it home, just easier.
That's fine. It's okay. I was writing up stuff the other day. I'm like, I forgot what I named it. So you've seen this elf before. And as you walk in, they greet you and they're like, "Oh, morning. Wasn't expecting anybody this soon. How can I help you?"
Good morning. I was getting ready to head out and prepare for some work for tomorrow, but I was looking to commission something unique.
Hearing this, Anthem kind of perks up, and they go, "Oh, good. Give me 1 second." And they walk over to the desk that's there in the main showroom. I don't have another name for it, but kind of reaches through a drawer, pulls out this binded stack of parchment. It's got like a wood plank behind it, and they pull out a piece of charcoal. And he goes, and they go, "Okay."
I take pathway off of my back, my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my tools is a quarterstaff, but I would like one a bit different. Rather, just the end of one.
Okay. Looking to add a blade to it, design, and they're standing there kind of thinking like what options would be there.
Brush, actually.
Like a brush design?
No. That's when I kind of shift my back off of my my shoulder and pull out some of my painter's supplies. A brush, a large brush.
As you say this, Anthem gets this very, I don't want to say adorable, but this very genuine smile crosses their face, and they're like, I love it. Hang on. And they start sketching, and within a couple of minutes, they've got like 3 different designs. Very very rough notes of like the wood used, the metal used, and the materials used to make the actual brush. And they turn around, and they go, if you want to just have regular wood, if there's a type of wood you'd like, we do have access to some of the hardier, but rarer woods, which might suit your needs.
I'm looking for the highest quality with this that you can get your hands on.
Okay.
And if I am not able to pay for it up front, I am willing to pay in installments.
Anthem thinks for a moment. Okay. Well, that would be something I'd have to figure out through Mistress Remmel. I'm not quite sure what the supply or stock for our rarer woods would be. If you came back later today, I would probably have a better idea to
all right.
to give you.
Also, I then fiddle with the charm that I have. And I take the bit of hair, the lock of hair that I took from oh my god, me and
Several?
names. Several of her grace.
Mm-hmm.
I would like this. It's nothing magical or anything, just I would like this incorporated into part of the brush itself. And
just the hair or the charm as well?
I didn't even think about adding the charm, but
they kind of take a moment and quickly do a quick sketch, doing a quick the similar leaf shape of the charm. Wait, hang on, no, Poppy has the Shantea charm. You've got your Sylvanas charm.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute, hang on, which one has which? The quick leaf design to be added onto the wood, and turns the parchment back around. Charm like this, so you don't have to give it over, and then the hair into the brush.
Mm-hmm. That looks wonderful. Yes.
I think this is most certainly something Mistress Remmel can do. Would you like me to hold on to the hair for you, or would you like to return later today with it, once I have an approximation of how much this might cost you?
You can hold on to it, yes.
Okay. Quickly goes back to the desk, grabs a small little bag, takes it from you carefully, not rolls it together, but twists it upon itself, tucks it away. And he kind of tucks it inside of his apron. He goes, okay, I'm sorry, I've become incredibly rude. I'm Anthem. I don't know your name.
I'm Flo.
They give you...
from the Shifter tribe to the southeast.
He gives a slate on. we've had a couple of orders go out there. That's where I figured you might be from. He takes a couple of more notes onto the parchment, and sets the plank down onto the desk. Yeah, once Mr. Thermal wakes up, I'll consult her on what would be required for all this, and then if you come back, probably dinner time or a little bit later, I'd probably have a better idea of how much it would cost you.
Fair enough. That should be more than, that would probably work out well. So...
they give you a really big smile. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That'll be all for now. And, I thank you. And she gives like a really deep bow.
He returns it to the point where, like, he's bent fully in half, and his hair, which had been kind of half held back by this, like, partial wrap, his hair almost sweeps the floor when he does it. But he stands up, and they stand up and they give a smile. Good. Well, I will see you later tonight then.
Later tonight then, Anthem. I thank you.
Gives a nod.
With a small smile, she steps back out, lights up, looks around like, now, where was the exit again? And starts walking off, pulling out a small block of wood and starts whittling away at it.
Okay. Let's go to Eric and Eric and Ambition before we hop back to the trio.
I am now a hot half elf. I am Anthem.
You know, you're a hot celestial elf.
Celestial, okay. But no, I am a tiefling. I'm a tiefling. I am tired and I'm going back to my workplace. This is a mistake. Unfortunately, I also live there, so that mistake has already been made. But you know, I'll Ambition will pop back in. If anyone swoops him up, they swoop him up. But for the most part, he's actually going to ask Eric to hold for a moment as he pops into his quarters to gather his belongings. Just
Eric
for
will just wait outside.
Yeah, just for a day's trip. So he'll empty out most of his pack, taking the essentials.
Okay.
Also, he'll get properly dressed for the day since that's happening.
Okay. That's easy enough for you, Eric, as you wait. It's like I said, it's still the morning rush. People are starting to either get to work or they're getting ready to go to work. You can hear, we call it at the docks, you can hear people shouting and yelling. Probably, as ships are coming and going, getting, we call it, getting their supplies on and off. There's a resounding voice. It kind of cuts through all the rest. You don't really hear what it says, but...
I need to interrupt for one moment.
Yeah.
I'm writing down Flo's journal as stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Roll20 knows the word nattering, but does not know the word halfling.
That's
dumb.
Fucking... I swear to God, spell check is just stupid sometimes. But yeah, so Eric, you hear this like resounding voice kind of cut through the rest of them, and all the other voices kind of simmer down, and you can hear, you can still hear, we call it, crates being shifted, people going back and forth, a couple of calls back and forth also, but nothing really outstanding that would really catch your attention.
I'm about to say nothing catches my attention. I don't hear any names or anything that rings a bell.
No. It's just a lot of noise. There's no actual definitions to the words.
Okay.
No one's really going in and out of the clinic either. Most of the people who would be working are probably already inside. There's no one patient-wise going in and out, so it's very just chill for you. Ambition, you get ready without much of a problem. Chainmail gets caught on your back a little bit, and you have to wiggle it, and you're used to, like, Corral helping you, but, not today. You get ready, and you come back down. We call it the guy that was there before, Branston. Seems to be already bored out of his frickin' mind, even though he's only been there for maybe a couple of hours.
Well, upon my descending, I'll call out mostly just to get Eric's attention. He'll get used to that. It's not exactly exciting here, and when it is, there's problems.
Well. Truth be told, I'd rather be back out in the fields, plucking plants.
Right, Eric, so here you have it, medical facility, and fortunately, there is absolutely nothing happening today.
I pray I never actually have to visit for actual reasons aside from visiting.
Happens to the best of us. The shifter, Christ, I've forgotten her name already. The shifter and the tall girl, well, she looked tall next to the halfling, but shifter and the blonde, they've been in here before. Bumps and bruises are to be expected, and we work hand in hand with the Adventurers Guild, along with the rest of the city, so it's never too big if you come in here.
Well, that's good that you're so... what's the word? Well connected to the city. Having healers at the ready is a very useful thing.
People blow in from all over the area. I know that. Personally, I'm not from here, so...
Not from Lockmore?
No, I'm from nearby. Near enough by, anyway, but not actually from the city, so... Being a port city, everyone eventually ends up here.
Still local, then. Just not directly local.
Local enough. More so than you, anyway.
Suppose that's not hard to do.
So, from the east, huh? Your east have a name?
It does. But saying the name just makes me a little bit homesick.
Fair enough. What are you planning on doing here?
I'm exploring. I've spent my entire life in my home and seen many things there, and its beauty is beyond compare, I know, and as far as I've seen. But I had a bit of curiosity for the world outside of my home, so I'm traveling.
Wanderlust, is it?
A little bit of wanderlust. There is someone I'm looking to meet, but I don't know where to look for them, so...
Here's to hoping you find whoever you're looking for.
It would be a wonderful thing. I have much to thank him for.
No, wish you the best. Now we play the waiting game, we get to be bored with our new friend here. So, feel free to get comfy, ask questions, look around. I don't think you'll be getting into anyone's way today. And in the meantime, if you'll excuse me, Ambition pops off to a table where he removes 3 jars filled with different dried and cured plants and starts making more cigarettes for the road.
Eric will probably just kind of sit and in his meditative state, essentially. Okay. Just kind of wait.
Okay. Yeah, cigarettes, quote, quote. Let's go back to the unfortunate trio right now.
That's the unfortunate.
It's really only one unfortunate, yeah.
Okay, so
I believe we were off to
Emmons first for the patients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you get to Emmons, the shutters are up. Oh, the curtains are drawn open. Sorry. The curtains are drawn open. As you get close, you can actually see Emmon working at his desk. A bit of a slower pace. But he's working. Go in. He kind of gives a quick glance. Gives a quick glance up.
I polished off the rest of my remaining of the sandwich I had initially. I wrapped up that old paper and stuck it in my pocket. March over to Emmons's front desk. Go, all right, mate. You still busy? You looking after little trees?
Hi, Emmon. We're back.
Little big trees. Oh, little.
Have you met Ralph?
I know him, and I work next door.
He looks up from what he's doing. Yes, Raul does some fine work for me from time to time. It's good to see you three. How can I help you?
Well, I'm all right, but I think my new friend here wants some potions.
Yep, need some more potions. We're going on a little adventure for the Adventurers Guild, and I had to use up my potions from last time because somebody got hurt, and yeah.
Okay. He rubs his eyes like he's still trying to wake up himself. Reaches under the counter and pulls out the chest that he had before. Pops it open. How many today?
Would two be alright?
Okay. You still working for the Adventurers Guild, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
All of us. We're on an adventure together.
That's right.
And three others.
He kind of blinks and look at Raul. Like it's this very silent "I'm sorry" look. And then looks back. Sounds like lots of fun. Poppy, right?
Oh, it's gonna be.
That's right.
How many would you like?
I'm alright actually. Maybe I get Flo one. I don't know if they used one. Alright, how much is the small potions again?
25 in each. 25 each.
Yeah, I'll get one just in case Flo hasn't got any.
Raul?
Oh, no thanks.
So he pulls
Silver,
out
right?
gold.
Okay. 25 gold each.
Yeah, potions. They don't come cheap, unfortunately.
I wasn't sure if that was in character or if it wasn't. And I answered
That
in
was
character.
out of character, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So it's gold, sorry.
I'll retract my statement.
I responded in character, don't worry. So all of you give me a perception.
Yeah, I was going to ask, could I? Because the whole time that Poppy's been in, she's been trying to smell something, and she's been trying to do it subtly.
I was going to give it to you. Jesus fucking Christ!
My nose knows.
Goodness.
My nose knows.
That's a hell
Don't
of a...
ever put anything past Poppy's nose.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing seems off for you, Raul and Delcy. Poppy, for you, there is a new scent of sweetness. It's not sharp and decaying almost like it was the night before. And you notice that off to the very far side, near the wall of Emmons's counter, there is a bit of a beaker-like glass container that's sitting on top of a very, very low flame. And you get the sense that that's where the scent is coming from. And it's this... Oh crap, what color is it, Rose? I wrote notes and I'm on the wrong page. Go me. It's this kind of dark purpley color. But it is where the scent seems to be coming from.
Hey, what's that over there? And she points immediately to the thing.
Yeah, he looks over and he kind of gives you a quick look, Raul. It's something I'm working on. It's a bit of a potion for a friend. I'm hoping it works.
Smells really sweet. Is it a love potion?
He kind of furrows his brow. No.
You can tell me, don't be shy.
No,
What you
it's
making?
not.
What you making? What you making?
Alright, doesn't matter.
Looking down at you, Delcy, he kind of furrows his brow. It doesn't really... It's something for a friend, as I said. It takes a long time to make, so I need to mind it constantly, hence why it's here on my counter and not in my back room.
Persuasion check.
Go for it!
Just did it, 20.
Hang on. Where's my freaking die? Where's my Emin die? Where's my Emin die? Where are you, sweetie?
Where's Grumpy die?
That's very pretty.
Die.
Well, you're kind of screwed there. Because that was a natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Try.
He looks and he's like, as I said, it's a potion for a friend. I'm hoping it helps him.
Okay, well, I understand. But if you need any help, please let us know. And she will go over to him and she will hug his leg.
You go around the counter, and as you do that, he kind of raises his arms and looks down. Looks back at Poppy and Raul. Gives like this.
It's like, I don't know. I just met them myself.
She's very affectionate, isn't she? Just amused by this.
I appreciate this, but no, actually, that's a lie. Please let go of me.
Okay. I'll win you over one of these days. But it's okay. So yeah, let us know if we can help in any way. All right. Well, thank you. Well.
Yeah. Here's 25. Was it 25 gold? You said.
Yes, it is 25.
Right, you go. And I flick. Like she probably flicks it. Thumb flicks it over to.
Okay.
Each and every 25. Flick.
1, 2, 3.
All in coppers.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You'd be smited. You'd be smited right then and there.
Deli will hand over 25 gold as well.
You'd have to hand over 50.
Oh, she'll only take one. She doesn't have to.
Okay. So he kind of packs it away. He looks out the door for a second, and he looks at you, Raul. I'm not sure what you're up to today. He gives a sideways look at Poppy and Delcy.
We're gonna be doing guard work tomorrow night. Speaking, you know anything about the manor up on the hill by the docks?
Yep, the manor.
He pulls out a little notebook. The owner is
Crystal Kelness.
That's it.
He looks at you, Raul, and he looks over at the potion brewing. I do. I don't have much to say about him. He brings in gold. Nothing much more, I would say.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to go see Alex and ask him about the same thing. He's got loads of books. Hey, by the way, did you know Alex really likes you?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
There's a faint. It looks like he's fighting it, but there's a very faint curve of his lips. Well, he does enjoy the books I no longer need.
Yeah, I called you grumpy and he went right to your defense.
He seems torn between either agreeing or calling you out. But he goes, Alex is, he's very smart, and I can only hope I contribute to his further education.
All right, is there anything you wanna tell him?
No.
I'm heading over there now.
I need to speak to him later anyway. I'm good for now. Raul, if you speak to Ambition before I do, tell him thank you.
Okay, I will.
And thank you as well.
Oh, it was no problem.
So, awkward silence. I'm going to step out backwards, slowly.
Emin, did you get the treats that I had Miss Alma send you?
He doesn't roll his eyes. His eyes just look away. And then he looks back at you. Ilmus did send treats over. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Delcia.
You're welcome. I'll make sure she sends more. Okay.
I'm backing out.
Bye.
Where's the door handle? I've grabbed the door handle. I'm opening the door, and I'm out.
Hey, Al, what did you do for him?
Ralph's still in the store.
Well, Deli hasn't left either. She's just kind of
just still there.
headed towards the door. Yeah, the door, yeah.
Probably just standing outside with the sandwiches.
In Elvish, Raul, Emin just kind of shakes his head and good luck.
Also in Elvish, thank you.
Also in Elvish, help me!
Help.
I'm not used to people who are awake.
That's fair.
That is very fair. That hits close to home.
Yeah.
So, you three leave. You're heading over to Elks.
Yep.
Oh boy, hang on. Let me take a good drink of my drink. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, and on the way, Raul explained that he helped Emin get ingredients for potions, and yesterday he helped him get some flowers for some.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice of you. He didn't get me my herbs.
Your herbs?
Deli is going to immediately stop, turn around, and head right back into Emin.
Should we wait here? Oh, never mind. I guess
She
I'll
looks
stand here
scared.
then.
Didn't we
Sorry.
call it? No.
No, she's gone right back into Emmons' shop. I'll just stand here.
Hang on. I gotta see something. As you walk back in, it's only been like a minute. Because you were so excited to go talk to Alex. Emin, is standing near the doorway that leads into his back room, and he seems to be talking to somebody. Excuse me. And as you walk up, he turns his head and kind of straightens up. Did you forget something?
My herbs. The catnip and the valerian root?
It looks like he kind of goes, shit, via face. I apologize. Yesterday was not a good day for me. I will most certainly have them for you, sometime after lunch.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. Does she see who he was talking to at all?
No, because where he's standing, like you're to his right, it looks like he's talking clear into his back room.
Okay.
So you cannot see who it is. You just kind of heard. Emin at the time was the only one talking.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Emin. I hope today goes better for you. Bye.
Gives a polite nod and you head off.
Yeah, she kind of sulks out of Emmons, and she's like a lot more low energy and almost kind of depressed as she leaves and heads over to.
Boy did not have a good day. Not at all. Okay.
Yeah, probably just staying there, just carrying the sandwich.
Before we get to Elks, because that's gonna be fun. Flo, where were you gonna head after that?
Psycho, you're Flo.
I zoned out. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I zoned out because just loud poppy noises.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry.
So essentially what Flo does.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat yourself for
That's
us?
okay. I said before we continue on with those three going to go see Elks, what was Flo going to do after she talked to Anthem?
Flo is just gonna head to the
The gate?
the southeast gate and wait, and just kind of
Southwest.
whittle away southwest and whittle away at carving.
Okay.
Do I need to make a dex roll for what I'm trying to carve, or whatever roll would?
If you... I would say if you were trying to make something very specific. If you're just dicking around, no.
I'm actually trying to make something. I'm trying to make several of her grace.
Okay. You got an up-close encounter with him, so go for it. Yeah, Dex. Oh, wait, Dex? Yeah. No, sorry. It's... Since you're proficient with woodworking, so you get your proficiency, your Dex, and then just a roll 20 on top of that.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. So you, as you're carving, you kind of get a general shape. It looks more like a dog with a really long head, really long neck, than a centaur. But I mean, it's still pretty good craftsmanship, just not exactly what you were shooting for. You blame it on Feywild magic and taking a crystalline glaive to the gut.
I will. I'll edge it up and make it look like an actual dog, and I'll work on another one later.
Okay.
Give it to the first kid I pass by.
Okay. Yeah, probably some like little boy kind of hanging out with an older sibling. You hand it off, and he's just and kind of looks at you and looks at it and looks at you and just kind of like.
And then they get scared because I only have one eye.
No. He's chill with you because you just gave him something. And he kind of like Ebenezer Scrooges it like against his chest, like this is mine forever. So you're going to the gate. Guys are waiting. Let's go talk to Elks.
Oh, yes.
You've been putting it on long enough.
Actually, while we were waiting around a minute, Val asked Sparky, you know Alex?
Oh, yeah. We went met him the other day. We had to, basically trying to find some information about the job. And he's a great little fella. Good mates with him now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Library's been very helpful for the work I've done with them. And
Yeah, and he really likes talking about his books. The excitement when he talks about his books is very interesting.
yeah,
I just like listening to him rattle on. So yeah, And then she notices Deli's
Deli sulking
sad
back.
expression. What's happened suddenly? Are you right there? What's up, mate?
Oh, Emmon forgot to get something that I ordered, but I guess oh,
Maybe get your money back.
Oh,
I guess. I was looking for some valerian root.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, it's for making teas that help you go to sleep. And catnip too. Catnip also helps with sleep. And it
Does
also
it
helps
now?
with tummy troubles. Yes.
Interesting.
But let me tell you, the catnip smells a lot better than the valerian. Valerian root smells like dirty old boots.
And you drink it?
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh, maybe some other time, eh? Okay, let's go. Let's go.
The
Let's go.
catnip's better. Yeah, let's go see Alex. He'll
Okay.
cheer us up.
So you get to the front door, and it's open. And you see Alex kind of tottering back and forth. His hair is a mess. It looks like he literally just rolled out of bed. And he's got a book underneath his arm, and he's yawning. And when he hears the front door, he kind of turns and goes, "Oh, hey guys, morning." And he kind of rubs his
Deli
eyes.
squeal. Deli
Good morning.
squeals.
Oh,
And she runs up and she hugs
that
him.
even surprises Poppy.
Oh.
What is that noise?
As you hug him, actually, do give me a dex. Not a dex save, just a dex. What is your dex save, little one? Oh shit! Well, that's into the abyss.
Shitty rolls! Yay!
Not as bad as his, because he does not have that much. As you grab him and like hug him, he goes to like pull away, and you know you get your arms around him, and he kind of just goes, morning, can you
She'll let go.
thank you. Kind of straightens himself and double checks that his pendant's in place. How can I help you guys?
We wanted to say hi for starters, and then we're looking for information on nobleman, mansion, what's his name?
Crystal Chemist.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
I think he said crystal chemist.
Poppy. Can I have my sandwich, please?
For now? Oh, yeah, sure. And then she just slowly unwraps the bundle and hands her a sandwich too. But she doesn't know what's inside the sandwich. I think there's a mix of them. She just grabbed the first one.
Okay, so Deli takes it, and she cuts it in half, and she gives half to Alex.
Oh, no, I'm good right now. I'm not usually really hungry in the morning.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you
Hey,
sick?
you need your
We
breakfast,
should take him
mate.
to it. We should take him to the medic. Quick!
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you know. It kickstarts your systems and gets you energy to just, to set out for the work for the rest of, all the wake times. You really do need to eat your breakfast.
And it powers your brain and helps you think and helps your energy going. And especially as a halfling, we use a lot of energy.
He just gives you two very slow, almost dead-eye blinks. I'm just not really hungry I'll eat later.
Alright, okay, no, fair enough. Hey, actually, I have a question for you. We're going to go look at a mansion. No, I've never been to a mansion. I mean, I've been in the Hunters Guild and we have a big, big hat. But we're not a mansion, you know, when you're reading fancy books. Now, I was wondering if you could tell me any mannerisms.
He gives a yawn.
That's the word, right?
Yeah, kinda. Please, thank you. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Don't pee on the rug.
Yeah, I have no
What?
idea about what to do, what
Nothing?
to say. I've never been around any real fancy pansies before.
Alex, please.
That Eric bloke looks like a fancy pants, though. Have you looked at his clothing? Have you met Eric? I think that's his name.
Yeah, he was here yesterday.
He was there yesterday. Alright.
Kelly gets this really sour look on her face at the mention of Eric's name. Yeah, we had a job yesterday.
Yeah. They came in asking about questions, and they have one of the maps of the area, and he's still trying to wake up. He's rubbing his eyes. It's not really. I mean, I would just say regular manners. If it's for a noble, usually you're not supposed to like ask questions because they get all scrunchy face and they get mad at you.
Yeah, some beasts are track. You're not allowed to look them in the eye, right? Because that's like a sign of trying to take their dominance away. It's like a power struggle. So if you look them in the eye, they will just want to fight you straight away, and they try to bite your face off.
That sounds like nobles.
Alex
Oh
kind of.
yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. This I understand.
He like narrows his eyes for a minute. I don't know about that part, really. I really don't know. I really don't know who would know either. But I would just say, like, yes, no, yes, thank you, like, manners. So you don't get in trouble. Yeah, I don't.
We can always ask the guy we're supposed to talk to, too.
Where, what man? Oh, you're going. Oh,
that
yeah.
manor with the new guy and the new nobleman, and yeah, he's just built it. Now he's holding a welcoming party for himself, and he apparently thinks somebody's trying to kill him, so he's having people be on guard or some shit.
Well, I mean, he went and he kind of took over a lot of the trade through the docks, and so like a lot of his boats come through, and because he brings in treasures and stuff. Alex is just not awake for this shit. Some people don't like him. Some people say he's not really nice. I haven't seen him. I rather just stick to the people I know.
Oh, that's fair enough. Alright, well.
So basically, it sounds like he came in, stepped on a bunch of toes, pissing people off, gets treasures going through, probably makes a decent amount of money, also pisses people off, and arrogant. Got it. Okay, we're good.
He kind of gives like a half awake nod.
Do you have a plan of the building? I need to basically check out the high points, see if I can position myself. I'm a long distance ranger, you see, so I need to not be in a place where I can not shoot things.
He thinks for a moment. I don't think. No, I wouldn't have those because that building's really old, like way old. And I know he's done a ton of work on the inside, so it could, even if I had the plans, it's probably completely different.
Alright, maybe I can get on the roof or something. Oh, we're going to check out the place in person anyway, aren't we? So I guess I'll leave it to them.
Oh,
okay.
What?
No.
The
GM's exclamation of slight surprise came through as Alex. That was bad. Ral, did you guys find the stuff that Emin was looking for?
We couldn't find the specific flower, but we did find one called Morning Singer.
Oh! he gives
He
a
said
very
that was an excellent substitute.
he gives a big like not derpy but a big dopey grin. He's like, yeah, morning singers are really cool. And it's kind of funny because I mean Emmons' last name is Morning Singer. He kind of thinks for a minute and he puts down the book that he'd been holding and he kind of toddles off to the other side, back to the book that toddles back to the other side, pulls out the book that he pulled out the day before for you, kind of flips through it, and he goes, yeah, here you go, and he opens it up, and there's a picture, and you can see where Emin got the design for the big sign on front of his store. It's the exact image inside the book. Excuse me. And Alex is like, it says depending on how you use it, you can go and it disrupts magic. So I know sometimes you can go and use it to like make protective circles, or I think like if somebody ate it and they use magic normally, they'd probably get sick and wouldn't be able to use magic for a bit.
Huh, that's interesting. Do you mind if I copy this page?
Go for it. And he just stands there like a like a
Rob
book
pulls out
holder.
his own book from his satchel.
He kind of tilts his head to you girls.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I told Emmons you like him, and I swore I saw a little smile on his face.
Emmett smiles.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, especially when we talked to him about you.
yeah.
I mean, Emmons is really nice. Like I said, he gives me books. He gave me this one. This is his.
Oh, cool. I think he's proud of you, you know.
And he kind of scrunches up a bit. Well, I mean, I guess.
You blow my mind every time I meet you, and that's like twice.
But why?
Because you're so smart. It's really, really amazing for me. I mean, you've got all these books, you know, all this stuff, and you can just talk and talk and talk when you're awake.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm used to everyone. Well, only a few people really, you know, get why I like books and why I'm good at them. Everyone else is just like, oh, some kid with books, but yeah, he kind of looks like he's struggling to figure out what to say next.
I mean, back in my village, there's you know, nothing like this. No, not many books. Just basically manuals and very practical stuff. You know, non-fiction.
Uh-huh.
But, no, this is like a, what's it called? One of those buildings with lots of books.
A library?
Yes, that's it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no. Anyway, I won't keep you. You need to wake up, and I know when I'm being too talky.
For you, Raoul, it's a quick sketch, and you take down a couple of notes, noting that it apparently has the ability to disrupt magic of some sort. And once you're done, Alex closes it and gives a stretch. Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
Not really. I think we've done what we needed to do.
I think so.
I'll have to stop by sometime, though. Actually get to read something.
Okay, yeah, and he kind of perks up at this. He's like, I mean, I've got some work to do today. I'll be here. But, I mean, you can stop by whenever and stay and read or even borrow a book. Yeah.
Just like a library.
Gotta keep that shit in check, GM. Come on. Dying. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely stop by later. Hey, so since tomorrow we're going to be on the job, is there anything you want me to tell you about from the mansion? You've never been to mention yourself, you said? Or not that one? Would you like some info?
just not, I mean, if there's anything, and he kind of like looks between the three of you, and kind of looks at you, Ral. If you find anything magical, don't take it. Just like if you could figure it out, because I like to learn about new stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not my area of expertise, but I guess the other folks will know something.
If there's time, I'll get a sketch.
Well, there you go. Bob's your uncle.
He gives a smile. Okay, yeah, good luck with that. If I do find anything, I'll let you guys know somehow. But
Much
yeah.
appreciate it, little mate. Yeah. All right then. Well, I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, keep half of the sandwich, and I'll see you later. Okay? Okay.
He just takes the sandwich.
Bye.
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 Looks up at Raul. Do you want this?
No thanks, I think one of those in that little pile is for me.
Okay. I'll go see if Aiden wants this. Just two hands it and just walks to the side door. Good luck! And calls over his shoulder.
Thank you.
And you see him walk into the 2 side of 1 and 2. Is there anywhere else you three would like to go before we get everyone back together?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So, curious about the mansion now, anyway.
Okay.
This concludes the brief adventures of Poppy and Ellen.
Yeah, I was like, Raul's gonna have it's like a runaway coach. Raul's gonna have no idea how to handle these 2 horses, and they're just gonna go right off a cliff. So brevity's sake, good luck.
There is something that Eric would have thought of to ask Ambition at some point during this wait.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. So you 3 make your way over. Raul, you probably know that Ambition told you, I don't remember, would probably be at the medical office, just chilling. So you would know just to peek in to see if he's there. But go for it, Eric.
After a little bit, Eric would think of something and he'd get up and walk over to Ambition. Ambition, son, I have a question for you.
Yeah, just don't mind the mess.
It's perfectly fine.
Putting stuff back in jars.
In my travels and back in my home, healers usually had interworkings with the religious folk and the divine. I don't think I've been told what deities are worshipped around here. Out of curiosity.
Pick your poison. Bunch of them. Though that said, not everyone who works here is strictly the religious type.
No, not to imply. I just know it's usually temples have a lot of work in common with healers.
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely the faith district in the various places of faith, but as far as the medical side of things, it's just whoever has the mind for it. As for the deities themselves, like I said, pick your poison. There's a bunch of different ones out there. I don't think I heard anything about any forms of religion being strictly outlawed here, so...
You would know, short of like a full-on evil deity.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's pretty chill. I mean, there's a couple of conflicts because, they're like, oh, well, I'm the god of this. No, I'm the god of this, But it's more, it's not full-on fighting. It's just, I'm the better one type thing.
Essentially. Well, if you actually want to know that, the medical area isn't exactly the best place to ask. Like I said, the Faith District, which is a bit broken up in Lockmore. Houses, plenty of gods.
More than just a passing curiosity that I thought upon, and I figured I'd ask since we are still waiting.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about it. If you practice anything that you might think is weird, I'm sure everyone here will just understand. Lockmore gets their fair share of different folks, so we understand that not everyone is the same. Don't be too hurt if someone gives you a strange look, though.
I don't imagine my deities will... I will see much of them outside of my home. I have yet to, at least. But...
No time like the present. Maybe you could introduce Lockmore to them. Now, if you don't mind, I have
carry on.
I've been reminded of something.
And he'll go back to his meditative waitings.
People. I gotta get better at this.
I love this. This is great.
He removes his
Excuse
pen
me.
and starts polishing both the holy symbol and cleaning up a bit of the armor from anything might be left over from the previous day.
From Crowley. Okay, so
I mean, it's just a giant chain
yeah.
shirt over his normal gear, so it's literally just that.
Easy enough. Sometime after this, Rawl kind of rolls in, looks and sees you and Eric sitting.
Hi there, Am. We're heading over to the mansion now.
Ah, finally that time, huh? Well,
Hi, blue person.
yeah. Good morning.
We got sandwiches. All covered. Got a snack on the way there.
Why don't we start with introductions?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Ambition. I saw you two at Nims. I don't remember any names.
Oh, excuse me. Poppy, hello. And I offer a hand to shake.
Slow handshake.
So
And I'm Belly. And she holds up her gloved hand.
Well, Chelsea happens to be like in perfect view of Ambition's gaze, so he will hold it out.
And she is grinning broadly.
Ambition.
Wait,
That
is
was
this
with
still
Raoul
medical
here.
office? Or are we at the gate now?
No, they had to go pick us up.
This is
for
medical.
The,
Yes,
medical place.
we just followed Rahul, basically.
Yeah, no, just let me grab my stuff, and I do. And, Eric, looks like we're heading out, so
We're ready to roll whenever.
thanks
So
for
nice to
coming.
meet you.
Yeah,
I
so
just-
I don't want to be a pain, but, carrying these bundle of sandwiches is a bit annoying. So one for you, one for you, one for you.
What? I skipped breakfast. This is fine.
Yeah, you don't have to eat it now.
Yeah, you can eat it whenever.
Mm.
All right, let's go.
Oh,
Too slow for life. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Raoul,
Yeah.
where were you guys? Took a bit of time.
Well, as you can see, they wanted to get sandwiches. After that, we stopped by Emmons, and he wanted to say thank you for yesterday.
Completely ignoring the thank you. Did he still, and Ambition motions around his face, look,
He seemed to be doing a little better today.
did he still sound,
I think
He sounded
he was a little distracted by the others.
he was like getting like 90% normal.
No, that's fair enough. They look a bit distracting.
Deli is singing loudly. As
Do you know where
Street.
Flo is?
We're on our we're on our way to meet her.
Oh, great. Okay, I got her patient.
Would I have enough time to have started willing away at another?
Yeah. If you wanna go for it, go for it.
Let's roll that again.
Okay.
Much better.
Well, learning from your mistakes, you reproportion the piece of wood, and you carve a fairly accurate depiction of several. Full centaur body. You even managed to get like some of the runes that were on his chest done. The antlers that he had. Did I say he had antlers? I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't think he did. The antlers that he had, they're a bit difficult, but you get them pretty much on the spot. You have a very realistic looking carving of the several. Oh crap, I lost everything.
And as they walk up, I'm just probably there admiring it. Chewing a little bit on the end of my pipe as I just, look it over. Put in, like, tiny little finishing touches to it.
Okay. Not a problem. So, as you're finishing up, the 5 of them roll up. You hear them way before you even see them.
Yeah, Poppy even takes heel a bit, and as soon as she spots Flo and trots up to her.
It's Deli.
Hey, look, I got your potion just in case. I couldn't quite remember if you had any left, but just in case I thought I'd just get you on. I'm fine for mine.
Thank you.
Hi, lady.
I'll hand it over to you now. Also, here's a sandwich. Hand it over to.
She takes it
Don't have to eat it now.
and
But, yeah.
unwraps it a little bit to see what is in this sandwich.
It's an assortment of like cured meats, a little bit of roasted meat too. It looks very familiar because it's probably something. It's probably like one of the few variations that Poppy regularly eats. Where it's, like I said, it's a combo of cured meats and roasted meats.
Thank you, Poppy.
No problem. It's actually Deli's idea. Thought, it's a pretty sweet idea. If you don't say so myself, very nice.
Not
Food for the group.
much to my taste. And I hand it back.
Okay. Oh, next time then. What do you want?
Less meats, honestly.
Oh, you're one of those vegetarians. That's right.
Hey, give me your sandwich. Give me your sandwich.
Oh my god. I just had an incredible urge to punch something when you said that. I don't know why.
You are the absolute worst.
Like everything. Like my body tried to collapse into my sternum while my fist just ejected itself. Oh my god. I'm so angry at that word right now.
Flo gets a look, and the pipe shifts from one side of the mouth to the other.
Oh, this is great.
Poppy, give me your sandwich. Give me your sandwich.
Wait.
Trust me.
Bite,
No,
takes
no,
a bite.
Don't take a bite of it. No,
I did it. It's gone. Give it up.
Okay. So you two tussle with the sandwich.
Everyone
Everyone kind of starts shifting towards the mansion. This image
Deli-
in my head.
Deli eats all the meat out of hers and then just shoves the rest of the sandwich with the veggies and the bread to Flo.
That's great.
That's That's attractive. Your gloves are now covered in, like, some sort of meat juice.
Yeah, and she's sucking the meat juice off
Oh.
of her glove.
Sucking a meat
Oh.
juice.
See,
What a
Well,
phrase. What a
Somebody, please, somebody go clip that. Go clip that right now. That needs to be immortalized.
Someone just send that quote to Out of Context D&D.
Yeah, there you go.
Please.
Sucking the meat juice off her glove. So anyway, as you're doing that, and you come out the southern gate on the western side.
Does Flo need to introduce herself to anyone? No,
Yes.
she introduced herself to everyone
I think
except...
you got it, except for
Except for Delhi.
Except
And
Delhi.
you just got an
You
introduction.
just get a crash
Yeah.
course in that introduction. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's
I
holding
don't
out.
believe I caught your name.
Okay, she's holding out this meatless sandwich with one hand. Got a mouthful of meat, and while trying to suck the juices off of the fingers on the other hand.
Hurry, please. You're killing me.
this is a terrible image.
Excuse me. Dulcia, nice to meet you. You want the sandwich?
I'll be...
Put all that effort into it.
Thank you, though.
I tried really hard to make it the way you might like it.
It's like the ugly
Damn it.
macaroni art version of a sandwich.
I much prefer my own, it's a personal thing. I prefer to take care of my own food.
Yeah, she's actually quite picky. She's trying to explain to me the other day about it.
Okay. Do you want a puppy?
My hollow legs say yes.
Here you go.
During this whole exchange, the climb up to that gate is actually uphill. And as you get closer to the gate, you actually can see the very top of the mansion in question. And as you get out of the gates, there's a decently sized height wall, probably about 10 feet tall, that kind of juts out. It's connected to the city wall, but it juts out. And as you follow it over, you can see that the hill continues to climb a bit. And you can see, standing just outside the main gate, where there are two guards dressed in black and gold. If you look out, you can actually overlook most of the docks. And you're kind of going, okay, I kind of see why this dude probably picked it up. As you stand there, as I said, there's two guards up front. They've got looks like chainmail underneath, probably some leathers that kind of poke out. But they've got this black tabard with gold trim, and there's some sort of motif on the front of the tabards, but it doesn't really look like it's anything. It just looks like a random design. And as you six approach, generally loud, they kind of look at you.
Actually, as we approach, from a good distance, I'm going to try and get Poppy
Okay.
and Deli to calm down a little bit. Just so we have some air of professionalism
Oh, no
to
problem.
us.
My lips
Hold
are
on.
sealed.
I
Hold on.
understand the enthusiasm. Just for now, let's be a bit more professional about all of this.
I give her a salute.
The one eye looks over at Deli.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Too wired, sorry.
Oh no.
She's trying very hard, but she's vibrating. Every now and then you hear...
Can I roll a persuasion to try and get her to calm down?
See, these are always tricky.
I'd say you can try.
Yeah, go for it.
There will be extra food in for it. I'll get you something very nice.
She's made new friends, and she's very excited, and...
Negative.
Food sounds good. Food sounds good. I like... She's already vibrating.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
That's terrible.
Sip said it.
Yep. And I enjoy all of this. Okay, so either which way, even as you kind of simmer down the chew that you need to simmer down, the guards, both human males, look at the six of you, but don't seem to be making any movement to intercept or stop you at the moment. As you get to where the actual iron gate is to the entrance, the building is 2 stories tall. It has these very grand arched doorways in the front. There's a couple of windows in the front, and a couple windows up top. And you can kind of see that there's more or less freshly planted flowers and bushes. Probably within like the last couple of weeks. Things don't quite match up color-wise. And you can see that there's a couple of people seem to have just gone in with a couple of crates, a couple of boxes. Ambition.
Yes.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Already petrified.
Yes.
Save.
Are there any balconies looking at this thing from the front right now?
No, the front. Actually, no. Sorry. There is a very small, narrow balcony, directly above the main doors. And from the looks of it, it's probably a balcony connected to maybe a master bedroom.
See,
Open up there.
When Poppy is able to actually see the surroundings, she's actually taking out a notebook and trying to note down the sketching out the layout as much as she can.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just thinking about maybe setting up a patrol with her longbow, a crossbow.
Did you ask for a wisdom save or check?
Save, please.
Yeah, those rolls I remember.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second.
Good gracious, have a +5.
Poppy, as you do this, one of the guards, his head doesn't quite snap to you, but looks over, and he kind of takes out. He goes, "Oi, what are you doing?"
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then she whips out her invitation just for something for tomorrow.
Kind of looks you over.
We're the hired guards.
Looks you over again.
Raul is similarly taking notes on the layout of the place.
I didn't even notice they were doing this. Suddenly it's oh no, we look horrible.
No, this isn't suspicious.
Yeah.
Are any of the windows or doors open?
Currently, no, none that you see.
We're the guards that were hired on by, if not your boss, then his man, Theo? And we were sent from the Adventurers Guild. Just want to get a look at the place that we'll be guarding tomorrow is all.
Well, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow night to see inside.
Don't need to see inside. We won't be guarding inside, I don't think. More interested in keeping people outside.
He just shakes his head. Well, Theo isn't here at the moment. He'd be the one to check all this. You'd have to come back later to
Any
talk
idea
to
when your
him.
man will be back?
Gives you like a sideways glance, and he kind of narrows his eyes. No, he comes and goes as he pleases, whenever the master tells him.
Right then. Suit yourself.
Is there anything notable about the building? Is like anything that's climbable? Any like basement entrances, hedgerows or
Recesses in the
trees
walls.
near the building, that kind of thing?
There's some vines that have started to grow, but they don't even reach like halfway up the height of the front door. They don't reach halfway. There's no lattice work or anything to actually make it up to that second story. And that second story is a little bit taller than normal. It's definitely built for for size to show off.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Eric has a bit of experience with infiltration and such, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make like some kind of check to see if anything, like if he were on a job to get into this place, anything that catches his eye, rings a bell?
You wouldn't have to do a check. I would give it to you. The
Okay.
For you, and really anyone, you'd be like, okay, if I can't get through the first door, the front door, there's probably a back door, which you obviously cannot see. Excuse me. Or the other entrance would be that little tiny balcony. But currently the doors are closed and the curtains are drawn. But that would be like that's the place I want to go. Fuck. No hiccups.
Is
Shit.
there a chimney? Fireplaces, I'm assuming?
You can see that there is smoke coming from the more of the right side of the building.
Okay.
Do I smell like anything that would be off given the setting? Just anything.
If you want to do it for perception, I almost said persuasion. Oof, brain, please.
Yeah, you persuade your nose to work.
Yes. Shelly would like to do the same. Just look, see if she can pick up on anything.
Okay.
Really
for both of you, you do catch the scent of the ocean is right there, so that salt smell kind of lingers. You do get the scent of some flowers. That's probably some flower bed just on the other side of the walls, but there's nothing really out of ordinary.
Don't think we're wanted here.
And
I suppose we move on till tomorrow.
Shelly is going to walk up to the guards and offer them her hand. And
They don't move.
Flo is going to grab Deli by the scruff of her neck and pull her back.
she feels really furry when you grab her. Like, furry. You, reach out to grab her neck, and you expect to kind of grab the back of a halfling's neck. But this is like an animal.
Like furry like me.
Yes. And she kind of twists and turns around, and she's trying to give you this glare. There's a little bit of a growl there.
Well, you see by the scruff of the neck, I meant more her tunic, whatever she's
Okay, by the
wearing.
tunic, then yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a
But
tunic.
Just kind of
there might
pulling her
be-
back.
There
You
might be
you
some
still might feel a bit of
contact,
fur.
yeah.
You do feel a little
Contact
bit of
with
fur. She is fluffy.
Flo will remember this
Mhm.
as Flo pulls her back.
Just trying to say hi.
The two guards continue to stare.
You're clearly not wanted here, Deli. So, let us be on our way, and we will come back tomorrow at the appointed time.
Fine.
Right, and well, there's no point hanging around with those guys with the knickers in a twist. So I'm going to go
Also,
off to the pub.
Can I make a perception roll on Ambition's cigarettes?
I promise. You don't even need to. Eric's already seen it. They are just mullein and lavender.
You'd probably catch in that perception check. You probably caught scent of that.
It's just that I wasn't sure that we'd be working in a tobacco-rich environment, so I went with something else.
That's a good choice.
I mean, Flo's constantly puffing tobacco, so
Ambition's a hippie in that regard, I guess. It's a softer smoke. Not that I would know about that. Ambition knows about that.
I'm off to the pub.
totally.
Bye. I'm going. I'm walking this way. I'm going this way. I'm walking this way.
Kelly's
Ambition's lagging
pulling.
behind, just having another look-see. That wisdom save wasn't sitting well with him.
Eric is
Those dreams
also
from
just
before.
kind of looking over it, just thinking to his past, and then
So wait, Ambition's just kind of standing there, not really.
No, he's just walking over the shoulder, actually staring at something, which I guess would be weird enough.
Eric's totally just standing there looking.
And Deli's pulled out her
Let's-
flute and started marching off while she's playing it. Playing a lively tune.
But after a minute, he
Come
would
on,
walk to
Jim.
where he could see the water, and he'll put his hand like over to his chest where the letter from that morning was, and then he'll turn and like walk into the city.
Okay.
Both of you, come on.
Okay, so you all leave the manor, or the gate side of the manor, head back into the city. Is there anything you guys wanted to do for the next 24 hours that would require character interactions before we take a quick break and then actually get to this
No,
party?
not in particular.
Come
We would have
So
just gone to the tavern.
there's kind of something I wanted to do with Eric since the job's not until the next evening.
Yeah.
I guess once he separated ways with everybody, or even if he really didn't, Eric would start the walk back to the town where the his original delivery mission
Okay.
was.
It's a half a day's walk to Colefell.
Yeah, he would make the walk to Colefell.
Okay.
And once he got there, he would, like, as he's coming up, he would, like, kind of take a look and see if everybody's all right or if things doing good, about no real damage or whatnot. See the bodies are cleaned up and taken care of. And just kind of introduce himself as a wandering helper, stranger, and just kind of offer his help in fields or repairs or anything else anybody in the village needs. And
Okay, yeah. So, leaving about now, you'd get there essentially probably about 2-3 o'clock.
okay.
Getting there, you now see that there are guards that look like they're from Lockmore, because they're wearing similar garb and outfits. And as you come up, one of the guys looks at you. You were just in Lockmore last night.
Correct, I was.
You came in with that, with the halfling, with the bandits.
She more ran into me on the way, but yes, I was with her.
Okay. Well, welcome to Colfell. And he just
Pleasure to be here.
kind of just steps back and like lets you pass. The town seems to be fine. Seems to be running. It's just after lunchtime, so people are starting to head back into the mines. The people who are left are kind of going about chores and whatnot. There's no real sign of any battle. The only real change is that there are now guards standing at the town. There's probably chores for some of the older folks that you could be helping out with, either tending to a nearby crop or laundry. But it wouldn't be too hard to lend a hand around the area.
So, like, Eric would go someplace pretty, like, public where everybody could see him, essentially, and kind of like, and he could see from pretty much anywhere he goes, essentially, kind of set his swords, like, in the ground and throw his kimono over it, the outer one, and then take the other one, like, off, so it's kind of, like, hanging at his waist, and he's just got that, like, leather, like, I guess, like, armor underneath that makes up his arms and gloves. Gloves. And then get to work with the fields and the chores and doing whatever.
Okay.
All the way up to dark, just helping, being jovial with any children or people that he helps or interacts with, all the way up until that evening, until he probably, like, sleeps, probably leaning up against a wall somewhere. That's a town square or whatever. If there's no inn,
they would have offered you an inn.
Okay, if there's no inn, if there's an inn, he'll stay at the inn, and then the next morning, if like anybody's awake, he'll like in charge or anything that he can talk to would wish them well, and when he gets to like just outside the village, he'll turn, kind of say a prayer to himself, and make his way back to Lockmore for the job that evening.
Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. You'd probably talk to the foreman / mayor of the town. Mayor being a very loose title, he's essentially the oldest dwarven asshole you've ever met, but he knows what he's talking about. He's grateful that you are helping out around the city, around the town. But yeah, that's easy enough to do. You five.
Come evening. I'm actually, before that, when we get back to town, going to actually ask Ambition if he just like to walk around town and have a smoke.
Aw, sorry. Fucking H.
Did that not come through clear?
No, it did. I was saying aw because I'm immature.
Well, Ambition.
Oh, it didn't come through for me at all. I'm sorry, one of my headphones. One of my cups are dying. So all I heard was you were going to run around and have a smoke. So, alright, it's fine.
Asking Ambition if you would like to go around and have a smoke.
It gets him away from the larger group, and
you get the quietest
smoke,
one.
So, yeah. So, yeah, take her up on it, sure. The plan was originally to go off with them for a bit until the inevitable I can't deal with all this energy kicked in, so this is avoiding the first bit. Yes, this is good. Yeah, I'll take long, why not?
Two of them going around having a smoke, probably just shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
But then come evening, going to stop by and check on the status of that weapon commission.
Hang on. I had a number and I lost it, and I just need a. Whoops, that's definitely not what I was Googling.
if Ambition is still with her at that point, he's free to tag along.
He will tag along with her to a point, but he's actually going to pop off and head to the graveyard.
Okay. So you walk in, Flo. Anthem is sitting at the desk, seeming to be writing up invoices of some sort. And when he sees you come in, they pop up. And, well, fuck that. That's into the void now. They pop up and they smile like, oh, good, you're back. And, like, they seem very happy. Shuffling through a couple of the papers, they pull out a single piece of parchment, bigger than the one that they were originally sketching on, and there is this very detailed, giant paintbrush. And it's got way more notes, way more details to it. You can see that the motifs of Sylvanas is etched carefully into different parts of the staff and whatnot.
If he had more motifs to him than an oak leaf.
Well, it's more like, the vines and additional leaves, but the Sylvanas leaf is very prominent on it. And he's also, he's got details about how to incorporate the hair that you gave, essentially drilling a hole into the very center of the brush, binding the hair there, and then bringing the rest of the brush around it. So you'd have like this very center tip would be one color while the brush is a completely different color. And they're very happy about it, and they're like, so talk to Mistress Remmel. Forgive me, you look sort of like a druid, but I know druids don't use weapons as those, and he points to your non-quarterstaff stuff.
The bow, I don't think would be out of the realm of what a druid could learn to use.
No.
It's more the straight sword.
Yeah. But I was able to find something that may be appropriate. And on the desk, he grabs this piece of... It almost looks like metal. But as he picks it up, and he kind of rolls it over... they roll it over in their fingers. I keep saying he, but Anthem's at that, and it's fucking Atros. They roll it over their fingers, and you realize it's wood. But it's got, like, this dark, steelish color to it. It almost has, like, a metallic twinkle to it. This is ironwood. We usually save things like this for... magical means, focuses for druids. Mistress Remmel wouldn't be the one carving it, it would be somebody else, but we did get a couple of logs in that would be appropriate to make your paintbrush.
This is... I've heard of ironwood, but I've never seen it before.
It's a bit harder to come by because it has to be made by druids. We have a few connections to a druid in another city, and every so often he'll be able to send us a few logs that will be worthwhile.
The nails of her claws are just kind of running across it, and she just kind of gets a feel for it.
It's almost cool to touch, like as if you were touching metal. But it definitely has a stiffness that
you would expect that of wood.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot stiffer and denser than wood is. Because it is ironwood, and that would be the best we could give you, it is a little bit pricier.
And how pricey are we talking?
Well, Mistress Remmel seems very excited to complete this. It would come out to about 85 gold. And he kind of makes this Shit face.
That is... It's not nearly as much as I was expecting, actually. But... That is perfectly fine.
You say this and they relax. Okay, good. Well, I know you work around the city. It would be a few days because Mr. Tremel is in the middle of a project that must be done as soon as possible. 4
However
days?
long you need.
Okay.
That is perfectly alright. Yes.
What I can always do is, well, once it's completed, I can send word to Mistress Nim over at the Adventurers Guild, and she could get a hold of you.
Alright. And about payment, all of it up front? Half?
They kind of think, upon you picking it up, once it's ready.
Alright then. And she kind of just focuses on the ironwood, running her hand no for it again. Alright then. I may be in before then just to see how it's going, but I thank you.
No, thank you. Mistress Remmel doesn't usually get really excited about projects. So once she's done with the one she's working on and she gets everything together, I think she's gonna be more than happy to work on this.
Alright then I will see you soon. And with another bow, Flo turns out and there's almost like a lightness to her steps.
Mm-hmm.
She's not very expressive, but just like, have you ever been really happy over something, be kind of like bouncing from one foot to the other, and Flo's older, so her doing this is not something that people would see every day.
Well, fortunately for her, no one is around to see it.
No one's
Except
around
for
to see it,
Anthem.
except for
And
Anthem.
they're gonna hold on to that little piece right there.
But she doesn't mind that because this is actually something that has her really excited. And what she's actually going to do on her way, well, I guess she'll probably stay at the guild for the night instead of walking all the way back home and then walking all the way back.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trip.
Yeah, when she's alone in her room, she's going to take out a piece of parchment and as best as she can from memory, I want to paint just like a little miniature version of this brush. Just like, about as big as her finger.
Excuse me, okay. You're proficient in painter's tools, so dexterity plus proficiency and a d20. Oh fuck, you got the hiccups.
Be strong. Looks like a pretty paint brush, but
You get the most of it. It's not quite as detailed and quite as neat as Anthem had drawn it. But But if you put the two side by side, be like, oh, okay, they're each other.
But this is using the special paintbrush.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
It's probably gonna turn into an apple core.
Because if you're painting it to be exactly like the drawing and what it's supposed to be,
it doesn't change size. It's whatever size it is, but it's probably still fancier than 1GP. So, especially.
Well, I mean, the piece Anthem had was small. Hang on, let me get percentile. Let's see. Fuck it. Leave that shit up to chance. That's it. There we go. Okay, sure. You draw it kind of slim, like super slim. And when you finish it, you're thinking, you're like, oh, please, 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 please. The paper kind of shifts a little bit. And this tiny little version of the paintbrush comes up. Ironwood and all.
I completely forgot that from Session 0. You can make things.
With restrictions, but yes.
I take it, I look it over. Very, very small smile on the face. And I'm gonna put it in with my painter's supplies.
Okay, so you now have one ironwood brush.
And then, with a bit more sheer than someone coming on her 40s probably should have. Just kind of tucks into bed and goes to sleep.
Okay.
Probably with a bit more cheer and emotion than she's had in quite a while.
Okay. That's 3.
Sorry, guys, Mom got a new toy.
Oh, no!
Oh!
No!
Stop it!
I didn't mean that naughtily. I literally meant she has a new
Toy.
thing for which she enjoys.
That
That's
doesn't sound any
crazy.
better.
Come on.
Doesn't sound any better.
No.
Okay. Who's next? Excuse me.
What Poppy would only do really is just go to the pub. They just basically doss around, enjoy shenanigans. She would notably, though, upon going to bed, do a little prayer to her little god. Her little village does usually, just as a tradition now.
Mm-hmm.
And then completely strip off and go to bed. Bam.
Okay.
Respect
Next.
When the two, Flow and Ambition, broke off, Ambition just took a trip down to the graveyard to sit among the stairs with all the magic dappled light from those special stones.
Yeah. When you look at them, they look like almost like crystal clear orbs, but they definitely have like I said, they give off of warmth to them, like as if you're in the sun.
This is why he is here.
Yeah. And as you sit there, you can smell the different fragrance of flowers, and you definitely still get that earthy, that deep earth smell.
He particularly stopped smoking just so that he didn't ruin the smell, and he's just here to nurse his headache amongst the flowers, and if Prophet should turn up or not, it's just a nice calming new place for him.
So you're like sitting at the bottom of the steps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because that seems like the best place to sit without being potentially completely and horribly disrespectful.
At first, like, you don't see Prophet at first, but you hear like little chirps and whistles, and you get the sense that he's probably in the other room. And when he comes over to the main room and he sees you, kind of fluffs up his feathers and all happy, and seeming to still be busy with whatever he's doing. Returns the hello that you gave him before in your voice, which is a little odd, but but does acknowledge that you're there, and he goes about potting other little urns in the flowers.
Yep, I'll stay for a time until either Prophet asks something of me or until it's about time to leave, and then I'm going to go off and get a real amount of rest and hopefully not have this headache follow me into the next day.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Probably at some point he may take a break to just sit with you. Doesn't really say much, but just seems to enjoy your company. Before getting up and going back to work, and does this a couple of times. Oh my goodness, I heard that. Oh god damn it! No! This is bad. Kurenai's in chat. Shit.
Oh dear, here we go.
Thank you, Kurenai. This is a problem. Oh hell. But yeah, every so often he'll take a break, or he'll show you a plant that hasn't been potted into the earth, so he's got it in a little potty, like just shows you random ones. They look pretty much just different varieties. Some of them you've probably seen, some of them you haven't, but he generally enjoys your company for the time.
Excellent, that's all I wanted.
Okay. When you leave and you go back to bed, there's no real parting words from Prophet, and you settle in. That feeling from before, the headache has faded, but that feeling kind of sits right between, like, your sternum, like right there, and linger. Oh, you motherfucker! God damn it!
Yep, you have to live with this now. This is your new life. I'm assuming he's doing Kurenai things too.
Yes, he is.
He is. Da-da-da-da.
Thank you, Kurenai. I do mean it, and I do appreciate it.
Thank you
Get
for
her,
taking
Kurenai,
care
get
of
her.
Kurenai.
But that feeling kind of lingers in your chest, and when you fall asleep, it fades just enough for you to get rest.
That's fine. Just means that tomorrow's going to be a hell of a night. Dreams always do.
Oh, it's so much fun. Who's next?
Deli's gonna go check on Alex.
Okay.
So.
He's woken up. He's gotten things done. When you enter, you hear him. You don't see him first, but you hear him rustling up at his desk. Thank you again, Kurenai. You hear him go, hang on, I need a minute.
Take your time.
You hear him, like, rustling with something. It sounds like metal. After a couple of minutes, Jesus Christ. I don't want to ever see Kurenai say, I'll be back. Because that just makes me scared. That makes me scared.
I'll be back.
Alex kind of seems to straighten himself out when he comes down the steps. Hi, what's up?
I was just coming in to say hi and see how you were doing. And did you enjoy that sandwich I gave you earlier? Glare.
I wasn't, I still, thank you. I gave it to Aiden next door. He was really hungry, and he appreciated it.
Okay, well, you need to eat something too at some point. But anyway, I just wanted to stop by and say hi and see how you were doing and hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, I was just, finishing up some work, and he kind of starts fiddling around with his necklace.
Okay, hey, I got one too. Pulls hers out and kind of twirls it around a little bit and stuffs it back into her shirt.
He kind of narrows his eyes, and he's like, so, you, you're not that.
I'm not that. I assume you're not that either.
No, this just makes it easier to talk to people.
I can understand. I'm going to be stopping by Emmons to pick up some catnip shortly.
He kind of thinks. Really?
Really?
And he bites his lip, and he just kind of, like, shrinks upon himself and just starts giggling.
And she'll turn around and, like, turn her butt towards him, or her back towards him, and then she'll just kind of wave where her tail would be in his face.
And you see him kind of... I've never... And he gets super excited. I've never met anyone like that.
I'm not like usual that, but I'm more little, but I figured since like we're cousins, you should know.
Okay. Yeah, that's really, he kind of like looks at the doors, his door, and he starts to shift. He's like, he looks nervous, and he like grabs his necklace and starts to lift it off of him, and where he brings it probably about his jawline, and you can see the sweet little olive tan that he has starts to turn a darker shade, almost of a sickly. It looks almost brown, and then it starts to go green, and then he immediately drops it down.
And she kind of squints at him and tilts her head.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't make you not like me anymore.
Are you a goblin?
Yeah.
That is so neat!
And he kind of like freezes up. I mean...
She bounces.
Well, like I said, this just makes it really easy to talk to people. Being little doesn't help, and being this doesn't make it any better.
It's okay! That's amazing! I am so happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I won't tell anyone, I promise. Don't tell anybody that, okay?
No, absolutely not. 'Cause I know who gave you that.
And I'm assuming he gave you yours too.
No, I probably made that. I mean, I made it and then... I know, like, it's probably one of the ones that he uses every so often, but it doesn't stay for a very long time.
Yeah, he said like 7 days, so... But he said he should be back. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, 7 days.
Okay. Well, if he doesn't make it back and you need it, like, recharged, just come by. Come by at night.
Okay.
And I can add on a couple of days. Maybe like 2 days. Because it's a bit of a trickier spell for me.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Okay. And he kind of tucks his hand into, like, the sleeves of his robe, and he's kind of, like, half hugging himself. And he's like, okay, yeah. It seems like...
Can I give you a hug? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can give me a hug.
Okay, hug!
And he gives you a hug back, and, like, you can feel how, like, scrawny he really is. there's not a lot of strength in this little body. But yeah, he returns the hug.
Okay. Can I bring you anything? Is there anything you want me to get? Or do you just want me to come by and visit? Or, what about Poppy? Poppy seems really nice, too. You know Dwarvish? I could teach you Dwarvish or Tabashi?
Well, I don't know Tabashi. I know a lot of languages.
I could teach you Tabashi.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a book on it or anything. But I promise I'll be a quick. I'll learn it really quick so I can talk to you.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool.
All right. I need to go see Emmon about some catnip, and I'll be back later at some point. I'm very happy to know you, Alex.
Nice to know you, Delcy.
It's Moon. What? Just call me Deli for now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
He's got this massive grin that essentially stretches from ear to ear.
Happy to make Alex happy.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll trot off to Emmons.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm back!
At this point, this is like later in the evening, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. As you walk in, Emmon seems to have been talking to somebody, immediately to your right, actually.
What
Excuse me. So, a young, probably half-elf, medium brown hair, it's a bit long, kind of falls into his face. He's a little scruffy. He's wearing a very light tunic shirt. He's got simple slacks. He's barefoot, but he's sitting on this stool, kind of like in the corner. And Emmett had been talking to him. I don't think. What languages do you know?
Common, Dwarvish, and Thieves' Cant and Tabashi. How about
Okay, so no. You don't know what the... Is it common Elvish?
Dwarvish?
Okay, so you don't have Elvish?
No.
Okay. I couldn't remember if we were still fighting over that one or not.
No.
It sounds like something somebody you know might have spoken, but it's not quite that. It sounds like... It's like when you hear Portuguese versus Spanish.
Okay.
But they immediately stop and Emmon looks down at you. Right. Hang on. He goes into the back room really quickly.
Hi, sorry to interrupt. I'm Delcia. Who are you?
He kind of gives you, the half-elf gives you a smile. Forgive me. My common's not that great. You can call me Say.
Say, nice to meet you. She then asks in Dwarvish, do you speak Dwarvish?
He chuckles. I speak many languages, just, very roughly.
Okay, I understand.
And you can hear that, he's kind of mispronouncing certain ones. It definitely sounds like he's got a basic grasp on it, it's just he's not very fluent in it.
Okay, she's just trying to find something he's comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. After a minute, Emmett comes out, and he's got this small little, like, burlap pouch, probably the size of, like, a baseball. I do apologize for not having this for you. Like I said, yesterday wasn't exactly the best day for me.
I do hope that today goes better. It's like very serious.
It's better. And he looks over at Say. Say gives a nod, and Emmon gives a nod back. It's a blend of, I got the root. I know it's not always the best option for... And he kind of narrows his eyes at you. But I do apologize that the catnip is a little harder to get sometimes, especially on short demand.
That's her irises kind of dilate a little bit, or her pupils dilate a little bit when she just catches a whiff of that valerian root. And she's like, that's okay. I understand whenever you are able. But please, how much do I owe you? And please, either of you let me know if I can do anything to assist you. Ever?
It's only about 4 silvers worth of root.
That's fine, thank you. And she hands it over.
Okay, and he hands over the pouch, and it's very fragrant, like fresh picked.
Yeah, it smells like dirty sweat socks.
Yeah.
But her eyes are like dilated, and she's just like, there's a little bit of drool just starting to peek out the corner of her mouth.
Say off to the side, kind of gives a chuckle. Evan looks down at you. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, that's it. I mean, I'll try to be back at some point in case you wind up with some catnip. But, just...
Give me a quick perception roll.
Okay, let's see if she...
Actually, what's your... Yeah, give me a quick perception. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn! I beat you out by 2.
Jeez, I cannot roll well with her. This is horrible.
Okay. So you missed whatever the fuck it was.
Okay.
So Emin gives you a nod, and
she's too focused on the valerian root.
yeah.
But yeah, please let me know if I can help in any way. I am going to go to bed now. Thank you very much.
Yep. Whoops, wrong voice. Not Alex. Emin.
Yep.
Emin gives a nod. Good night, Delcia. And
Good night.
Say gives a quick nod.
Nice meeting you, Say. Good night. I hope you have a good night too.
2 guys give you another nod and wait a couple of moments before going back to speak whatever language it was they were speaking.
Okay. Deli is going to go to the tavern and get a room because she was not going to do this on a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't do it alone, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs alone. And don't roll around naked on the rooftops.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she's going to get a room, give Philness a hug, and take some food and her valerian root up to her room. She is going to strip down, pour the valerian root on some of the valerian root on the floor, and she is going to roll in it naked and get stoned out of her gourd.
That is amazing. Okay.
So she's going to kind of spaz out and then kind of lay there with this drugged look on her face.
Give me a con save.
All right. Yeah.
You are
You're
high.
Oh yeah, I figured.
But you sleep well.
Definitely
The morning, on the other hand, may be real shitty for you.
Sounds good.
But you sleep well. You know. We have Raw left. Is there anything Raw would have done during the day? Or for that rest of that day?
Would have gone for tea. might have visited Alex to read some books and talk to him for a while.
Okay. You'd probably catch him right after Delicia ran by. So he's in like super hot. Like it's not his usual excitement. It's a very, very warm feeling around him where he's truly seems to be happy about something. But you walk in, he's all, "Hey, Ral, what's up?"
Oh, hey. Oh, just thought I'd stop by. We got some downtime. Dang it.
It's okay. It's okay. I was reading something else and I was like, "Oh shit."
Okay, Roll20's coming back online now, at least.
Okay. Anyway, Alex kind of looks up to you. Yeah. So, you wanted books?
Yeah.
About what? And he kind of gets this glimmer. It's not evil, but it's very mischievous in his eyes.
You want all the points.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what we were talking about the other day.
Flowers?
There was that, but also what Ralph studies in general.
Oh, yeah. Alex kind of thinks for a minute. Yeah, hang on. That one's, yeah, hang on. And he climbs back up, his steps to his desk area. You can see that
Taking a side note on it.
there's like an extra, like little platform that goes across, and it's like books directly near his desk, and he pulls out two. One looks definitely, like, even from a distance, it looks definitely older. The other one looks a bit slimmer, but new. And he grabs them, and he carefully comes down. These two would really be the best. I'm not sure who else might have information. Maybe somebody in the Faith District, but that's usually just all the blah 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 stuff. This is like learning stuff.
Oh, thank you. And I just remembered the things, or found them. It's Arcanima, Magisters of Mystra, Magical Theory.
Yeah, he'd have essentially that short of like a super super rare book, or
Yeah.
he'd have a close alternative to that. But he hands over the copies. They're a bit harder to get. So if you want to stay and read, that's completely fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. I've got to.
No, I wouldn't want to leave you without if I have to go on whatever business the guild has us doing.
Okay. Well, the newer one's, it's easier to come by. The older one, that's the one I wouldn't really want you to take out.
Oh, no, I understand.
Okay. He definitely seems to be very happy. Whatever else happened before you came in, but also the fact that you've asked for a rare book, something that most people just would glaze over, even of magic users. So the fact that you've asked for this book, he's all like, "Ooh, good! Like, what the hell is he reading this for? This is great."
Oh, and Ral would bring the kettle with him to have something to drink while reading. Would you like some?
Oh no, I'm good. I've got some stuff of my own.
Okay.
I need to go back up to my desk to do a bit more work, but if you need anything, just give a shout out.
All right, I will. Thank you.
Leaves you with the books and heads up. You finally kind of notice there are no chairs, no desks, nothing. It's just floor.
Thought about asking about that because you always said that he holds the book up when he copies.
Yeah, it's and the imagery in my head is just great when he does this, but yeah, there's no chairs, there's no desks. The only desk is
So
the
Ral
one that's
will just flop onto the floor.
So you flip through and you definitely pick up some notes. And you feel like you understand things a little bit better. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
No. Probably turn in early to be ready for work tomorrow.
Okay. Who's left? Or is that everyone?
That's the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. If you haven't already, cycled out to go take a break, go do it. I need
sounds
to get a drink and
Let's
whatnot. 5-10 minutes, we'll do this party. And we'll see what tomfoolery and fuckery we get into.